Hello everyone, hope all of you have been having a good weekend so far. It is a Saturday and today we will be doing mainly the Shentang kingdom stuff. Of course that new kingdom just came out yesterday, so still a lot of stuff to mess around with. We're mainly going to be building teams around those and probably farming a little bit of trade stones. We actually did not end up winning up Guild Wars yesterday by a few thousand, no! But we don't get the 100% bonus this time because of that. It's kind of funny. It's like the best score we did this week. Yeah, it still wasn't the win this time around. Oh well. We're a whole person down at the moment, so that's one of the main reasons. That and we got back to bracket 1, but mainly the fact that we're missing a person is what's hurting us the most. But anyways, we already have that fixed. But let's go into PvP and mess around with stuff. Of course, we already have the super annoying thing to start off with. That's not good. Well, hopefully we'll get the loop and be good to go from there. Still, I do have to say, out of everything I've been using, definitely still my favorite. The Yagwe, for sure. That guy. Okay. Moves to take. Purple into yellow, into extra turn, into loop. Go. Nope, not even half of that. He's going to double green. We can deny out that's, how many green is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can knock that down to 8. And I will, because I kind of have to. We didn't get the green off the top, but he'll do that. And, oh, he already got the Nix. I think we lost. Great way to start. Let's start with a lose already. That'll happen against us, though. Has just such a devastating combo once it gets going, and that's already match. There's no way getting back from that. Nope. And again, wow, people need to stop using this team. Luckily it gets countered slightly next patch, but it's still going to be pretty annoying overall. I don't know, which one of the new ones would we even be able to work against this? Also, why have I not renamed most of these? I still have them named like the Shocktopus thing. Diviner, that doesn't have a guaranteed cleanse. Actually, nothing I have from the new kingdom has a guaranteed cleanse. Mainly because nothing has a guaranteed cleanse in the new kingdom, I guess. That would kind of explain why. We don't have any team set up for it. No, we'll just go for the Diviner one then. That's the only thing that really has cleanse from the new kingdom. It's only 1 in 3 chance though. But that 1 in 3 chance can be enough. So move that over, move that over. That or just loop until we auto win. That also works. And then just get this on the color. Brown would be ideal. Blue would be ideal. Any color would be ideal. Can we not get it? Nope. Or I shouldn't say any color. We don't want it on green, obviously. No. Okay. We'll go take a purple here, just so we have the mana. And, oh, that moved in a way that I can't actually take it now. Never mind. Okay. What's plan B, then? I guess we'll just take this skull. We're already entangled, though. Oh, what's the green alignment? I didn't even double check that. We might have green. Yes, we do. Okay. Yeah, we can just do green instead. It's not as good as doing yellow convert because we actually get stuff out of doing yellow. And speaking of that, I guess we won't overdo it. I was going to go and convert out something that, like the green. It still wouldn't be horrible to do so, though. So we're going to move this. If we don't have alignment now, I think I am going to convert out green. Yeah, we're going to get rid of it. Because now we could just simply clear out the board. So it's not going to matter. We also ended up getting the cleanse, so now we're not entangled anymore too. We'd also gotten rid of freeze and everything if we actually had it. Oh. Well, now we have it. Of course, now we would do it. Now that we just cleansed. Now there's a good chance we probably won't cleanse here. Exactly so. We got enchant. Well, at least we're still doing something. He's probably going to kill that out. At this point, I think I have to let that kill it out. Though, then again... Oh, how do I do this? I guess we'll just take a red because these guys skull us. I'm gonna let that happen. And now we are yelling and then just get the summon there. Come on, Cass. So we'll do that. He'll poke us again and then just hit himself. And due to the enchant we did earlier on her, the Diviner, we now have full mana on him next turn. And we are indeed frozen on blue, so I guess I take this for a 3-pair of that, or just take that so we can deny out his double green potential. And he has 1 HP. That poison better kill him. Actually, we could just go for this. And down he goes. And then poke. And, oh, never mind. It's not dead yet because of the thing. And now he just split damage. And there we go. Entangle getting in the way. He would have been dead like 3 turns ago without that Entangle, actually. But there we go. Yeah, that team is very, very annoying. Also, all the hellos. Hello, Frosty. Hello, Steve. Hello, Mario. Hello, Exir. Hello, JZG. Hello, Emunra. Hello, Steven. Hello, Sean. Hello, Watch. Oh, I see your question. I'll go get to it in a second. Hello, Watcher. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Marcos. Hello, Brian. Hello, Steven. Hello, Dinos Garor. And hello, Bridget. Shame on you. It happens sometimes. Yeah, we were an hour late today. It's one of those moments when you look at the clock, it's like, oh, I have plenty of time. It was like 8:30 at the time. And it's like, okay, I'll go rest for like 1 more minute. And then you look back at the clock, it's like, oh, it's 10:30. It's like 2 hours later. Hate when that happens. It's mainly because I haven't gotten that much sleep as of the last few days. Mainly the Shentang Kingdom coming out is what threw me off. They need to stop releasing so much Friday content. Actually, I don't mind. That gives us more to do on Friday and Saturday. Oops, I almost misclicked that. But yeah, I wasn't actually sure if Shentang was going to come, so I wasn't necessarily planning the other day for it. And then like it happened, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I need to wake up early now when I only had like 4 hours of sleep yesterday. Go throw that down. Throw that onto the purple. We did not get cleansed, but we did get full mana. And that should be way more than enough since we did get the magic. No, 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 no. 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 Really? Can you stop looping? We were just about to win. Oh, thank you. We actually still do win. Oh, kind of. He has barrier. I mean, he has, still has the Nyx. And barrier. And everything. And everything. Yeah, that's pretty much that team in a nutshell right there. Infinitely loop into... It's as bad as Goblin teams, I do have to say. 4 times Goblins and that are about the same thing. And the only real way you can stun it out easily, or like freeze it, is with Corvash freeze, which is a little bit of a waste to have to do. For whatever reason, this guy's using his soul farming team. Oh yeah, what was that one question that was asked earlier? I completely skipped over it. You asked already a question. How does freeze work exactly? Oh yes, freeze is one of the more complicated ones. I did a video on it recently though. Yeah, I can go over a freeze. I'll go do a freeze team for the next team and then go explain it in detail. I'll wait till we actually do it in a battle because it would make a little bit more sense. I guess I could explain it either way. Let's see, get to convert there. But I will wait till the next battle because it might be slightly more easier to understand. Go throw that down. Move that. Out of every single effect in the game, it does have the most conditions. It has 3 different conditions in which it works on. Basically, the whole thing with freeze is it's trying to make the enemy lose a turn. The specific instances that it works on, though, is a little bit weird. Okay, we'll throw down the Naga. Can you please stop reviving? What do we even do here? We keep throwing AoEs, but it looks like we haven't even touched this team because it keeps reviving. And do we have alignment here? On not the, there we go. As long as we don't convert out yellow or green, we're fine. Feels weird using a team that's oriented towards yellow-green. I don't think any team has ever had a yellow-green loop prior to this team. There we go. He did not revive a billion times. Also, Dragon Soul no longer has that trait anymore. Starting next patch, he will not be able to revive. Or if he does, it'll only be like once. Okay, let me go over freeze. Let's go use, do I have a Corvash Queen map team? Just a generic one set up. I don't believe I do. So let's just go set up like a Justice team or something. I haven't used that in ages. So, oh, I could have used the Snowy Owl with a Justice team earlier. There's so many things Snowy Owl gets used for, yet I barely ever build teams out of it, so I don't ever really know what to build with it. Queen Mab, Valkyrie, Justice, and I guess we'll put a Kraken first slot, because why not? And there we go. Okay, so let's go over freeze. Let's go into a banner, correct banner, and we're good to go. Okay, so freeze mechanic. It works under 3 conditions. Can we get an extra turn here? Yes, we can. Okay, we only got 1. That's not the one I wanted to get frozen, though. Maybe we'll get it in a second. Okay, so freeze works on 3 conditions. Right now, he is frozen on reds and purples because this troop uses red and purple, and he's frozen. This means he does not gain any extra turn off of a 4 times or 5 times red, nor 4 times or 5 times purple. Basically, any red or purple pair from the board that would normally give an extra turn, he will not get because he's frozen on those 2 colors that he has. Also, if he was to have a ability that caused him to automatically gain an extra turn, he does not. But if there was something like this, where a goblin, where it says gain an extra turn or something along those lines automatically, when they are frozen, they will not automatically gain that free extra turn that they would normally have. And the 3rd condition is when you actually get it frozen on first slot. The first slot will make it so you will not be able to get extra turns on skulls. And it doesn't matter where it is. It could be the 3rd slot if the first 2 are already dead. As long as the frontmost troop on the opposing team is frozen, they will not be able to extra turn on the skulls. Also, one other thing to note is that it only stops it for that instance. So, for example, if you were to do basically what we did there, where we did a 4 times blue into a 4 times purple over there, if we were frozen on blue but not on purple, we would still maintain our turn. So, for example, right now, he is not frozen on yellow because he doesn't use yellow. So if he was to take a 4 times pair of, let's say, purple, which he's frozen on twice, which makes no difference. As long as they're frozen once, it works. But if he takes a 4 times purple and then cascades that into a 4 times yellow, he will actually still maintain his turn. Because while he didn't 4 times off of the purple, basically it counted as a 3 pair. He still did extra turn off the other one. It's kind of like if you take a 3 pair from the board and then you randomly get a 4 times, it still gives you an extra turn. Works the same way with freeze. That if you take a 4 times that should have been or isn't an extra turn because of freeze, and then you do end up landing an extra turn, it does still count for the extra turn. And that's basically everything you need to know about freeze. And I was about to kill it right there. I forgot. We're kind of frozen right now. This team gets really disabled by freeze. Let me go do purple here. And let's match. Can I build a team with Scorpius and other legendaries or lower troops? Maybe some easy to get? Oh yeah. Forget what Scorpius team we ended up rolling with a while back. But yeah, I'll go mess with something. Let me see. Been a little while since I've actually used the Scorpius. I'm not using Bard at the moment, but I think we'll still be fine without it. So Scorpius, the best thing to really use this with is, or at least cheap troop, is Wyvern. It's one of the few purposes that Wyvern actually has. It deals damage to the first 2 enemies and then poisons the last 2, which is exactly what he needs. He needs to get damage on the front 2 troops because he's not going to be able to hit them. And he needs to get poison on the last 2 troops because he needs to one-shot them. Because his ability instantly kills anything that's poisoned. So that's normally the way to go if you're looking for budget. And now we just need to find 2 other troops to put in here. So we're still missing the blue and red. Now to just figure out a blue and red. It's been ages since I used this. So I guess it's apothecary. And we just need 1 other support troop that's related to red. Oh no. I was going to use... Well, actually, I could use the new... what's his name? The only problem with that, though, is I don't have any mana generator going into it. The new guy. Yao Shang, or whatever his name is. Oh, Dark Maiden. We could also throw that, but we need another damage source. We can't use Weaver and Scorpius as our main... as our only damage source. Actually, a brown-red wouldn't be too bad right about now. Because we already have the brown going. Might as well keep going with it. Oops, not what I meant to do. All colors. Brown-red, that would actually synergize with this team that does a lot of damage. Guard's Avatar, but too expensive and doesn't really synergize that well. Same as Element Grim, doesn't really work out. Highforge would work. Actually, we already have Apothecary. You know what? Let's go with the Highforge. He doesn't have any skill resistance, does he? No. But half manas are Apothecary too, so that makes it slightly easier. And am I really about to use a Highforge tank? This seems a little counterproductive. Oh, we could use Ragnagord too, but that doesn't have any damage. So we'll go with that. That's not too expensive. Other than the Scorpius, well, obviously it's Scorpius team. But other than that, the only slightly hard thing is Highforge. Where is... Do I even go into Apothecary banner? I guess I could still do the green. I probably shouldn't do the +1 blue, though. So that should be like a green-brown then. Green-brown, green-brown, green-brown. And we'll give this a shot, see what happens. Oh, I didn't even double check to see if he can be poisoned. Hopefully he can. Normally, oh no, you don't have immune. That's weird. You have the ability to poison, but not immune, so that works. Okay. Yeah, you always want to double check before you go into the battle, not like what I just did. To double check to see if they do indeed have immune to poison or not. Oh good, that Cascade made it so we didn't get an extra turn there. We can get rid of yellows because this time around we don't really use them that heavily. We only use it for the last slot. Ideally, even without them, we'd still be covering every color, though that normally wouldn't really work out that well, because we would need some kind of mana generator that focuses it. Okay, so all we need now is the Apothecary to land, throw the double cast, and we're good to go. So we'll do that, move that over, take away every extra turn from the board, looks like we're good. Throw down the poison, and as you can see he's double poisoned, and now you can see he's double dead. And now we just High Forge, and as you can see we also have the double hits into double hits. So, yep, that's pretty much the strategy here. And we also have them stunned, so we can't get either of his 2 revives. And that is pretty much match. So we'll go move that over, so we have 2 different extra turn chances, one on purple, one on green, so we can't deny them both. And is that enough damage? Yes, it is. And that's match. And they're stunned, so I don't even need to worry about them reviving. And that's pretty much the team in a nutshell. Not sure how good of a Scorpius team that really is compared to others, but it's pretty cheap and it does what it needs to do. Has pretty good synergy. We'll try it again. Let's see. Also, hello, Rosen. How do you say that? Rosiat Mantud. Manut? I'm sorry for butchering that. Welcome. What's good? The morning is very good. Let's see, we'll go move that over. Very restful. We'll go and throw... Actually, I don't even need to throw that. I can just go right into an Apothecary. We'll be good to go. Problem is, no free Apothecary. So I'm going to throw this for now. We'll overdo his man. Oh! Mercy. Hello. Forgot about you. There we go. We fixed it some, but rip. That was a mistake. Definitely do not poison right before the Mercy. That's not a good idea. Move that over. Double check, poison, go. It's front 2. Then we double tap. Then we double tap again. And now we just get Apothecary back up, cast again, and that's pretty much dead. How much is High Forge? High Forge is enough damage to kill. I guess we just go straight into him. Though, if we could get Apothecary mana, that would be better, but she's not available at the moment. Oh, so much yellow that we don't use anymore. Oh no! It killed it. How did you get so much attack value? Okay, well, 1 High Forge is still enough to wipe, so there we go. And we get like one of the worst ones of the dwarves. Though he does have Impervious, which is nice. And they did buff him slightly. Also, hello, Captain. Can I build a team with... Oh, never mind, I already just did that. Hello, Lexia. There's a dwarf, forgot his name, who kills himself. Dwarven Slayer. For damage. If he kills the last enemy, but is the only troop remaining, who wins the battle? You lose the battle, and they lose the battle. It actually counts as a double lose, if I'm not mistaken. But I know for sure that you get to lose. I don't know if it also counts as a lose for the enemy or not, though. But yes, I know for sure that you... if you lose all of your troops in any instance, it counts as a lose to the player that lost all their troops. So, yes, you would lose. Do keep that in mind. If you kill the enemy team the same time that you die, it counts as a lose because you have nothing left to win with. It's basically their mentality around that. Okay. Oh, wait. Why am I using this team against that? I'm like, well, I guess that works. We need to get the double combo out before he does something weird, though. Okay, there goes that. Oh, oops. Now the poison only kills 1. Oh, never mind. It doesn't kill any because... Really? I keep forgetting because... Very rarely does that ever come into play. He has immune to poison. I don't think I've ever seen him use immune to poison until right now. That is amazing. Completely forgot about that. Because he never uses that trait. Now he can poison him. A little late though. Because he's now stunned. So now we can poison. But not really that useful. Oops, I should have let him take into brown. I could have actually just won right there. Not like it's a hard battle. We'll go move that over. All it is a bunch of fire bombs and such. There we go. Okay, he'll just end it. And down it goes. Thank you for that. And claim our win. Okay, where's the other thing? Still butchering your name? Yes. I'm really bad at things are all, like, bunched together. Is what keeps tripping me up with that name, probably. If I saw it separated, if it even has a separated form, I'd probably be a little bit better at it. Not much, though. Okay. Actually, it was kind of funny. A while back, Salty ended up changing my name on the forum. Not my name, but the tag thing. Like, that has, like, a title for you. Because they let everyone just, like, kind of pick a title once they become the, a regular on there. But, they ended up changing it to the one who mispronounces. Because that's what they know me as, because I do it so much. It's kind of funny. Okay, we'll go and get Apothecary back up. Go move the blue over. I probably should have taken the upper blue, and just so we had 2 blues. Actually, we don't have our +1 on our blue right now. We have it on green, so even if I get full mana right now, that's not actually full mana. I kind of want to go for a red into a blue, but I don't want him getting it, and that would be a very slim chance that we actually would have landed that. Blue Surge would be great right about now, and I think I am going for it. So that should be enough mana for him if we have alignment. If he could end his turn and not hit, good. So let's get rid of... Ooh, I wanted to do green. Oh, okay, good. We do have green. I was going to say, if we didn't have green, that would have been pretty bad. So we'll go for that. Get rid of all that. Get rid of some of these blues. Biggest issue right now is we don't have 2 turns, nor do we have a drain. So he's probably going to get that down, and we're going to be in trouble. Yep. Yep. Exactly so. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. Well, now we just auto lose. Because he has the Nyx, and we just keep getting drained, and he just keeps destroying us. Yeah. Nope. Not going to work against that. Yeah, the team overall seems okay. I just did this as for someone who suggested for a Scorpius team. Basically, every cheap Scorpius team, or any Scorpius team almost in general, you always want to run Wyvern with it. It's the cheapest thing you can use that's really effective. It hits exactly what you needed to hit the front 2 troops. And it has, actually, I probably should be using this in front of the High Forge. I don't know why I'm using it the other way around. But, yeah, it gets a really quick poison because of the fast trait, which starts it off with 5 mana. So you only need a single surge. That works out pretty nice. And the fact that it hits exactly what you need it to after, plus the poison, is essentially everything you need. It's almost like this troop, even though Wyvern came out before Scorpius, it's like Wyvern was made to work with Scorpius. It's just such a perfect synergy with each other. Yeah, I have no clue why I don't have it the other way around. It's a little bit strange. The Wyvern actually should be in front of the High Forge right now. It's not too big a deal. It is against like the previous battle that we did, but in most battles it's not going to make too big a difference. Because we're going to have full mana on everything regardless. There, we'll throw that down. Get to use Scorpius. At least it makes the end of the battle quite a bit quicker. Because now we can just keep throwing High Forges instead of throwing the lesser damage Wyvern. So I guess it kind of works out. It just depends on the situation. And that's match. And if we did double Wyvern here instead of double High Forge, it actually wouldn't be enough to kill. Nor would we have the stun there. So maybe this order does work better. I don't know. It works. If you're winning, it works better. If you're losing, it works worse. So it gets the quicker win when you're winning, but it's slower or even loses when you don't have the advantage. Oops, let me go trade into the Scuttler bug. Where's my Scuttler? I used to have it at the bottom, but then I overwrit everything. So let's go run this real quick. Need to go get those free 2x straight stones. It's not completely free with this particular battle, but pretty close. Okay, good. It didn't hit my Wyvern. I mean, my Rowan. And now I'm calling everything Wyvern. We'll go and throw the just some split down. One more will kill it out. And that's match ready. Didn't even get the chance to firebomb the second time. And there's our 2x straight zone. Not any minors though. Tacet, can you go over the new troop and tell which new troop? Oh, Yalgway. and Troop and tell what chest he get him from. Oh, all of them right now are in everything except event. He's in Glory Gem Guild, assuming it's leveled high enough, and VIP chest. Guild chest is based on this right here, whatever your guild seals are currently at. Oops, wrong category. Guild. It's based on this right here. Whatever this right number right there is at, as you can see over here. This is the guild seal total, and this is the rarity drop rate of every single given one. So for 10,000, if your guild's up there, it'll start doing all the way up to the legends. So you would need to have at least 10,000 to have a chance. But the higher you go, the higher chance it has of getting those. 20,000 is basically like half a glory key, and 40,000 is basically like half a gem key at that point. So those are the categories for them. Normally you'd want to wait till at least, of course, 10,000, because that is when you start having the chance at them. Though ideally, if your guild ever does reach 20,000, you do want to go and just do it at 20,000. And if your guild ever reaches 40,000, of course, just do it then. But 20,000 is about as high as you really ever need to go. We will be reaching 40,000 probably soon. We're missing an entire person, so we got a little bit slower this week. And some people forget to claim their seals. I have no clue. I still, to this day, do not understand why they don't have auto seal claiming. There's no point in not having the seals automatically claim. Unless you're planning on switching guilds. I guess that might be the only case where I guess it's kind of better not to. But still. Also, I've been using like the most generic team ever with this, but it works so amazing. Just the Alchemist Hellcat Infinite loop into a bunch of mana. We have done many other things, though. This is by far, surprisingly, my favorite thing out of everything with it. Because you get 6 true damage per red that you take. And that goes into additional damage for them. And now we just get the Hellcat, start getting that looping, and should be good to go from here. Do we have alignment? We have it on the yellow, which for the obvious reason is really bad to do, but I'm doing it. Oops. Doing that. Don't really have too many other options here, as long as we're not getting rid of purple. That's the main thing that matters here. Keep every purple on the board. And then just keep getting the extra turns off him. Well, he mainly only gets the 1 extra turn, but that's all you really need. And never mind, we're not even going to be able to get that. Bit of a bad situation, so we'll just go move that over. Come on, alignment. We don't have it. Oh, yeah, we do. Right in the corner. How did I not notice that earlier? I think you might have cascaded it. Oh, go take that. Move that down. Every single red we take does a huge amount of damage. And it's like 1/3 of skull just in true damage. Every single time we take a red. Okay, I was trying to gain alignment. Doesn't look like we're going to get it, so we're just going to throw it for damage. Keep getting his magic up. And get his ability up again. Keep stealing even more. Keep doing huge amounts of damage. Get this right back up one more time. Ideally, you want to keep casting the same one over and over again. The other one is mainly just for the backup for cleanup. Because the more you can cast the one, the more damage it would end up keep doing every single time. So right here, we'll use the backup one, and then we'll clean up with that. Doesn't necessarily even need to be another one of him. I mainly just like that for the additional true damage that it has. I could just call you Ross? Okay, yeah, that does make sense. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that does say Ross right at the beginning. Aha! Yeah, that would be a lot easier than trying to say whatever I just tried saying prior to Ross. Sounds like a plan, though. Okay, Valkyrie. I mean, wow, Alchemist. Go cast. Get your thing off. See if we can get a red here. Yes, brown. So we'll do that. Get our extra turn into red, red, red. Get that down. Huge damage. I kind of want to take a red just to kill it out. It's basically just like taking a skull at this point, with how much damage we'll end up doing. Alchemist does not have alignment, it doesn't look like. Nor can we get the red to purple. Wow, there's almost no reds I can even take that don't extra turn for him or something. So I'm going to take the red. He'll die off of that. We actually still get the skull. And he has frozen us, so that's bad. But we weren't going to extra turn anyways, so I guess that's not the worst of things. We'll go throw that down. Throw it down again. And one more, we'll kill it out. And is there a way we could drop that? Yes, we can. No, we can't. Never mind. Oops. I thought that other red was there. Oh, somewheres we got an extra turn. And down it goes. And then dies to the red thing. Oh yeah, we got the... I don't know why it does that. Let me see if Kraken does indeed do that. Do you see how it did like an extra turn after the battle or something? For whatever reason, that true damage... Should I go mirror him? Let's go mirror him. I need to go test the Kraken right now anyways. I need to try killing him off of a Kraken. Is what I need to do. The Kraken's extra turn, not off of Kraken's ability. But yeah, I don't believe Kraken does that, where it does that weird delay thing. Let me see. Defend green, I believe it is. Yep, there it is. Exact mirror. Oh, except banner difference. This is what I use on my Green Day defense. Because it is so ridiculously overpowered right now. It's probably going to be a little bit more balanced next patch after they add the mana drain protection. Okay, we'll go and I guess go all in on Nyx. That's normally not what you would go for first, but that's kind of what we have to do given the board. We'll go move that over. At least he's not getting any mana either. There we go, we got our double green. Only problem is we have nowheres to go use it. We have our drain now. Similarly, we have nowheres to go use it. We'll go take the entangle, I guess, before he entangles us. Get the Nyx on the Nyx and should be good to go from there. Aw, we missed. But luckily he's frozen, though so are we now. But we're not frozen on green, but we also don't have alignment on green. So I guess I'll throw a blank Queen Mab or something. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to keep accumulating mana. He has that. I have no direct counter to that at the moment, though there's almost no greens on the board, so not too big a deal. We'll just throw that down. He'll do his thing. We have cleanse, so we can go for the extra turn now and everything. Do I go for this? I kind of want to wait. The greens are all over the place and aren't really going to do anything. Move that over. He takes for a 0. We'll go. Oh, never mind. He unentangled the exact time he took the skull. And I just gave him so much green. No, he could actually still win this. It's anyone's game once they start looping like crazy. Okay, we'll take that one. We are frozen, but we're not frozen on blue. So I actually could get away with that. I think I'll wait one turn. Trying to see if we have anything that's actually valuable to take. Not really. So we'll move that over. He'll take whatever. I can go for that skull now. And though we did just get the cleanse, I am going to go for that though, just for the entangle. Oh! No, not that. Okay, that's bad. But we'll go get that away. We have Queen Mab for free now. And I think we'll be able to get it if he doesn't nix it. And he doesn't. Oh, we're one blue short. But we're not frozen on green anymore, so we can go for this. So we'll go do that. We are still frozen on blue, however. So I can't just go and try draining it right now. Because he's just going to counter drain. So we'll go double the green again. Not sure if that really helps us much. Because I was trying to get more blue so we can go throw it down, but the Queen Mab doesn't look like that's happening though. So we'll take that extra turn. And at this point, I guess we just drain his drain. And now he gets a Queen Mab, but that's not anywhere near as annoying as the Nyx getting a poke off. We're not frozen on blue right now. Still, we did not have enough for Queen Mab though. So go throw that down. Oh wait, never mind. We are frozen on blue. I forgot he's up front there. Kind of frozen on it. Okay. I think I'll be able to get them into range to go test this now. What I'm trying to do here is trying to see if it does the same thing that the other guy does. I believe it's exclusive to the new guy for whatever reason. Where he does a weird slowdown glitch thing at the end of the battle. If he gets a kill with his true damage. Pretty sure Kraken doesn't do that, but that's what I'm trying to test right now. The only issue with that is I need to... will that work? No, that will overkill. I can't cast that. Trying to kill him with a extra turn Kraken. What we're trying to do here. That'd be funny if he actually wins and me trying to do this. I think he is. I might have to actually cast on him. But then again, if he wins off an extra turn, that works out fine too. So if we actually lose, I guess that doesn't matter. As long as we get to see what we're mainly trying to see here. Or trying to test. We'll go move that. Alright, I got my drain, so that'll work for a nice disable. At this point, I kind of have to do it via extra turn spam only. Which means we have to keep nixing. So this might not be the best of battles to try to do it for. Because the only way we could actually do it is to constantly nix him down. Up, and now we can't even do it. Oh no, now we have to go win legitimately, or else we're gonna lose. Okay, yeah, let's just win the battle out at this point. We could have done it earlier, but wanted to try testing the thingy. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get enough extra turns without any kind of spam or anything at this point. I might as well just try it with double Kraken. Would be the easiest way to try to get it down. And down it goes. Okay, let's go try it with double Kraken real quick, like a green seer giant spider or something like that, just so we can kill it out that way and test it. Pretty sure it doesn't work. Or not the team doesn't work, but I mean the what I'm trying to see doesn't work. The whole fact that it does the slowdown thing. This is almost completely irrelevant, but I want to make sure. Let's because that really caught me off guard when he did it the first time. Banner, frozen banner, where are you? Frozen, frozen, frozen. Get that in there. Boom. Okay, let me just go mess with this real quick. Tacet lose? Is there such a thing? We lose a lot. You kidding? We lose a lot of battles. Okay, I need a good green seer here. Oh yeah, we can get rid of blue. I forgot, we're using this team. So getting rid of blue is perfectly fine. Well, not perfectly fine. We kind of need it for Kraken, but as far as for what we're trying to do right now, it's perfectly fine. We only need green and purple. I have no clue why. I always feel like green seer giant spider loops better than all the other double combos, even though it works exactly the same way. It's even the same mana cost as the other one that we were using with the Shentang. It's not any different, other than the colors that it covers. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is win the battle off of Kraken. Kill. Okay. Giant spider. Where's your alignment? There it is. Oops, I need to make sure I don't get a skull win. That would defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do right now. Okay. And now I need to end it a turn, or... Oh, I can't get it. Oh no, that will kill it off a skull. Come on, there has to be one extra turn here. There we go, we have it on purple. I don't believe that's going to do anything bad, as far as a skull. Yeah, it doesn't end its turn immediately. That's weird. You saw what it did there. It did all the cascades out. It didn't bring up the victory screen right away. But if you do it with the new guy of Yagüe, it brings up the victory screen right away, which is really odd. Okay, I just wanted to mess with that and test that real quick. So it does indeed have a weird glitch with that. It's not like it really does anything, but the battle ends before all the cascades finish. It doesn't do that with a Kraken, when a Kraken does it. But it does for him, for whatever reason. It's probably just something they overlooked when they added the true damage to him. Or maybe it only checks for when it does physical damage, because Kraken was the only thing that would have really done it earlier. But then again, there are some things that can physical damage win already. Though how rarely it occurs is almost never. Like, Plague could technically win off of a true damage kill. He has a 1 in 4 chance that he will do 3 true damage when he takes an extra turn. We're frozen right now. That's pretty bad. Oh wait, we're not frozen on that one though. I can barely tell because of the disease is like so huge over top of the other effects. Okay, we're unfrozen now. Unfortunately, we don't have any extra turn alignment, so that doesn't really help us too much. Oh no, we still don't. Okay, so we're gonna throw that down, get our kill, get some magic reduction. He gets a bit of value there. All we have is 2 of this guy left. That's all we need, though. We can win off of just him if we truly have to. And... Oh! When did you get silenced? No! We had alignment there and everything. Okay, that's bad. We had the win in the bag. Alright, we're going with that. It's still winnable, though. Just not as winnable. Yeah, we should be fine. It's not like he has a particularly high damage output or anything. Oh, if he does that. And he HP too, wow. Exactly what he needed to do. And he got it. 1 versus 1. And we're fairy fired right now. And we have 5 HP. Well then. Oh, and we're silenced, if that wasn't enough. Wow. Okay. We'll go leave that over there. Move that one over. Take that skull. If we can get unsilenced, that'd be great. We actually win the second we get unsilenced. Oh, now we need to worry about Deathmark too. Deathmark can randomly kill us at any time. There we go. And, oh, is that enough damage? Oh! That's not enough damage. I'm always used to his boost ratio, giving him so much extra damage. But he doesn't have it. Okay. It's not over yet, though. We got this. Kill out the plague. Also, thank you for the subscribe, Ian Dupreez. Much appreciated. We're diseased at the moment, so our mana gets halved that we accumulate from the board, so we didn't get full mana there. That would have been full mana if we weren't diseased. Okay, need that last little poke. We shall find it. Oh, that better not be the only move. He actually gets a skull, if so. No, we lost. Unless we get triple or quad. Yeah, we need to get a 5 times yellow off the top to not lose right now. If that is indeed the only move, and it looks like it is. No, not even close. Oh, wait. It's a draw. Oh, Forever asked earlier, what happens when you get a draw? That's what happens. As you can see, it counts as a lose. Even though we killed him, we still lost, so it counts as a lose. I'm not sure if it counts as a lose for them too, though. That I'm not certain on, but I know it counts for a lose for us, as you can see. So Forever asked that question earlier. That's what happens when both teams lose simultaneously. You just lose. It's not really any difference than a normal lose. Okay, we'll go take that over. Hellcats. Oh, where do we throw this? I don't want to take those reds because I need them for when the board gets cleared more. So we're just gonna wait it out, I guess. Oh, don't get freeze. No. Queen map, why? Why must you exist? Ruining our extra turns. Of course, extra turn, I mean, cleanse spam is the easiest way to get around that. I just normally don't carry cleanse spam. It's a lot of waste of slots, because sometimes it does take multiple. Even if it's only 1 slot, that's still a whole waste of a slot. Okay, I'm gonna get this down right now if we can somewheres for a lot of mana. It doesn't actually extra turn, but I do want to put them onto the board. So let me get rid of all the blues so he doesn't have a good chance of doing it. And we still extra turned it, very nice. This will not extra turn, and we'll give him a lot of red, but he doesn't really need red. Also, you know what? We're not frozen on it, so let's just go for that. We're not going to get the alignment anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. And from here, I guess we just throw one really big Hellcat. Oh. I should probably get rid of blue, actually. So we'll go do that. And of course, he'll get a lot of value there. And we're unfrozen on red now, except we're also frozen on red again, so never mind. Go throw that down. We're frozen, not unfrozen. Now we're unfrozen. There we go. So we'll go move this over. Try for the alignment. Yeah, didn't get it, unfortunately. We could throw a Hellcat down into something else. So we'll go put that there. Get a double cast. Throw down the one. Throw down the other one. And throw down the final poke. If you'll let me. And down it goes. And Mana Shield for the win against the Queen Mab. We might not have freeze protection, but we do indeed have the Mana Shield protection, which is enough. Let's see. Hello, Marcelo. Let's see. Sleep is for the weak. Yes, who needs sleep? No, I actually got a little bit of sleep this morning. Normally Sunday's the day I catch up on sleep. Is it you, or is the default music not in stereo? I do not know for sure. I never really paid attention to it much. I only ever have the music on for streams. And I have it pretty faint. I don't know if you guys can even hear it because I normally keep it down pretty low. Let's see. Favor out and rate the team you made recently. It's performed quite well. Let's see. It's Trent, Lady Arnariel, Rowan, and Prismatic Orb. Sounds pretty good. Normally you don't use Lady Arnariel with a Rowan though. There's really no need to, because HP has no real effect on Rowan. If Rowan's taking damage, then you are already behind. So, you basically with Rowan, you always want to give it armor buffs constantly. Anything that can give it more armor is always the best thing to be doing. But yeah, Rowan, that team would work if it was focused on maybe a different troop. That or if it didn't have Lady Aerial. Lady Aerial Rowan is just a really... this doesn't really work out that well. The coloration does, like as far as her spawn and what she creates. But the effect of her ability, if you're doing it more so for that aspect, no. The HP isn't really doing anything at all. It's keeping you alive longer, but it's going to be really slow battles. What program do you use for the new subscriber thing? Oh, I use... I used to use a combination of 2 different programs. Right now, I just use Streamlabs at the moment because they ended up adding YouTube integration last year. But prior to that, I was using that, and I actually forgot what the other program is, to be honest. But yeah, right now I only use Streamlabs for all the notification things. I've been meaning to mess around with those a little bit. There's a lot of small things that could be adding and changing up with the stream that I haven't really bothered with for the most part. Mainly because what we currently have works, so I don't really bother changing it. No need to fix what already works. But yeah, I might look into that a little bit more into the future. Yeah, Streamlabs is the one I use. It's one of the most popular programs that gets used for any stream-related notification. Okay, we'll move that. What do we even do here? Go take the green. Go throw down the convert. I think we can do it on a blue. No, that's not an extra turn. Actually, let me move that first. There we go. Now we can do it on a blue. So go get that down. Get the double poke. Move that over. Get another 2 casts, and pretty much good to go. Maybe get an alchemist in there or somewhere if he gives it to us. And double kill. Oh, I did not see that extra turn. We'll go for the Alk on the green there. Get that down. See if we can get a Hellcat. Oh, well, obviously we can get a Hellcat on yellow, but I mean on not yellow. Here we go. Oh, no, never mind. Because it got through on the middle. So we can't do that either. So I guess we'll just move that up. Still can't get it. Come on, all these little pairs and we still can't get that. Okay, I guess we'll just clear out the board and double cast. Actually, let me go for the Alchemist first. There we go. And can we still not get a Hellcat? There we go, finally. Get that right up there. And now we just double cast. That's pretty much match. There we go, we did get alignment too. So we'll throw that down, dead. Throw that down and dead. And steal all of their magics. I'm actually really surprised they gave him a magic steal like that. 4 magic steal is pretty solid. Especially to 2 troops. Also, I really wish they would buff, what's his name now. Because he's been useless for a while. Oh, I forget his name because he's so dead content. The brown-yellow epic troop from the quest line of the Stormheim Kingdom. He has them powered into a 5 magic reduction. The problem with that is a 5 magic reduction these days is so ridiculously small. It used to be even smaller than that. It used to be 2. Back when stats were, when he was first introduced, because at the time, magic level got to like 10 at the time, so doing a 2 reduction wasn't that bad. That was prior to empowered though, but yeah, a 5 magic reduction is essentially a 0 magic reduction, if you're only going to be able to get 1 off very easily. This guy does a total of 8 per cast, and it's not even his primary thing, whereas with a, with him, the previous troop, the other troop that does the 5 reduction, it was basically his main aspect was the actual reduction. Whereas this guy, it's mainly the damage that he does, and the reduction is just secondary bonus. Okay, we'll throw the Hellcat down. I'll just get rid of yellow, because why not? And we have alignment, so it's already match. Dead. Oh, never mind. Didn't even matter. And we still had a double cast, even if it wasn't. Let's see. Tested. Fail approved. Oh, wait, what's this link of what you post? Community something. Oh, wait, did they do the boss teaser last night and I didn't even notice? Tested. Oops, that's my stream. How could I not notice? Gasp. Yeah, I didn't check the forum this morning because I woke up a bit later. Oh, that's pretty big news. That is pretty big news. Let's see. Oh, that's just a notification thing. Wait, let's see. Oh, oops. Let me go answer this real quick. Currently... There we go. Okay, let me go and go check this. Okay, boss spoilers. Raid boss spoilers posted 16 hours ago. Oh, no wonder why I didn't notice. It's by, it was by, yeah. I thought it was by one of the actual devs. Where did this come from, though? Was it from the stream they did earlier? Let's see. My battles remaining. Oh, they're gonna do a battle limit on it. Stage 3 minions, and then it kind of keeps progressing. Interesting. So it has like minions, and then there's the boss. Dark Zolgoth. Interesting. Sweet. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna get raid bosses soon, TM. We already knew that, but does it not go over anything more in this post? Wait. Or was there an actual official post on it? No, there's no official post. It was just the spoiler thread thing. Where did that person initially get it from, then? If that is the case. Let me see if it says it in the immediate few things. Let's see. How did that even get leaked? Let's see. One a day guild war versus all day raid boss? I hope not. I know. Well, it does look like it has a battle limit. Based on the things. It says battles remaining on it. Let me see. I can't read it though because the quality of the picture is too pixely. It has words underneath it, but it's all weird. And because it's red and so blurry, I can't read it. It says, my battles, 0 battles remaining, then some text in red. Let's see. Earn 5 more battles in 0 hours and 12 minutes. I assume that's the daily reset. Interesting. So it's still limited per day, like Guild Wars is. But, yeah, well, it's still limited per day. So, I guess it's, we still have daily content with it. So, sweet. I actually don't mind that, then. I thought it was going to be, like, something where you just have to keep spamming it over and over again. Oh, maybe you get to spam the final boss over and over again. That'd actually be really cool. If they did it, like, you have to go through a progression every single day. And then on the final day, on Sunday, you get to spam it as much as you want. Though the only slightly bad thing if they ever did allow it to fully spam is whoever has the most time would get the most rewards out of it. Whereas Guild Wars, like it is right now, it doesn't matter how much extra time you have, it's always the same structure as far as the amount of input that you can put into it. Regardless of how much you play, you can never put more into Guild Wars. It's based more on performance than on time. Okay, we'll go move that down. Take the red. No alignment, so I guess we just throw an alchemist to get rid of it. And just get an alchemist Hellcat loop going. Until we can get alignment. Otherwise, we're just not getting it. We're gonna move that over. Don't have it again. I might just have to get rid of yellow, which I really do not want to do. Oh no, we can do it on blue. There we go. So we'll go to that. Trying to get some purple to red. There we go, finally. So we can go get that, get the kill. That's the main thing I needed. Now I don't need to worry about extra turn spamming as much. Go move that down. Move that up. Move that down. Got the alignment again. Dead. And get an alchemist down. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Go throw that down. No, we can't. Yes, we can. No, we'll go through that. And no extra turn, but it's dead off of anything. Actually, probably shoot through one Hellcat. We'd already had it killed, and down it goes. Not that big a deal, though. Oh, they posted it on their Facebook page. Okay, that would explain. Oh, yeah, an arcane trait's done. That would explain where they got it from. It would also explain why I didn't see it, because I never check Facebook. Let me see. Facebook. I want to see what text they said with it. Also, I believe next patch is next week, by the way. I'll probably do the best teams video of this version on Tuesday, and hopefully they won't have the patch out by then. Let me double check. Let's see. Trying to find... Yep, there it is. What text is it says? Here's a sneak peek of our new game modes. You'll be able to lead raids against Zolgoth with your fellow guildmates. They said multiple. Where's the spoiler image for the thing we don't know about yet? That'd be great. 0 boss damage. Oh, that's what it was. Boss damage was what that red text was. Oh, so it does still have a cap of your performance. Interesting. It's based on how much damage you do to the boss. And wait, is that until you lose or until what? Because that's pretty easy to do infinite damage off of an infinite loop. That's not too particularly hard. Unless it's basing it on like damage per turn or something like that. Then that would be slightly different. But yeah, it is ridiculously easy to do infinite damage if you truly had to for a boss. That's probably going to be really broken if it doesn't have some kind of hard limit on it or something to kind of restrict it some. That are like auto freeze or a like turn cap or something. That's going to be super OP if you just infinitely loop, get all of the score, and then everyone who didn't infinitely loop, you would have gotten such a higher score then. I don't know if you're actually competing with other guilds though. I think they're doing a leaderboard for it, but kind of like how PvP is, where you mainly get some kind of main reward. I'm not sure if they're exactly doing it like this, but I believe they're doing it where you basically get this one main reward, like how PvP is with 1,900 rating. And then they also give some really small rewards for the people that want to go all the way and try competing with the other people. I believe they'll kind of have it more like that. I don't think it's going to be necessarily like how Guild Wars is, where it gives a gigantic reward to the really top guilds and then small rewards to everyone else. I think it's going to be a little bit more balanced like how PvP is, where it gives a pretty substantial reward to pretty much everyone, but no one gets a super heavy reward like thousands of gems. Hello, Moshi. Welcome. Yeah, next patch, they said by the end of this month, most likely. And based on the spoiler threads, it appears they are getting it out next week. Because the new troops that are coming in, not next event, but the following event, require a patch to be out. And, yeah, we don't have that patch yet. So there's a good chance we are getting it next week. We'll have to see. Has anyone been following them on Discord to see if they have mentioned if they sent in the version yet? Because I'm pretty sure they have. Okay. We'll go and we're not frozen on blue, so we'll just go take that over. And if you guys have any teams you want me to mess around with or anything else, let me know. Otherwise, we're kind of just be messing around with a couple Shentangs. That reminds me, I need to go do some different Shentang teams. Keep using the same one. This is personally my favorite, though, or one of them. I'm just a huge fan of this guy. Any team that's fully based around him, I do very much like. Options. We'll go move that. Get rid of all these blues so he has less to do. Even if we... oh, wait, never mind. We don't lose our turn. Nice. We weren't frozen on it. Only problem is we don't have a follow-up. I don't believe we have a Hellcat anywhere other than yellow. I guess at this point we might as well just get rid of yellow. And we lose our turn, but we do indeed gain the little bit of true damage and everything. Okay, this isn't going to work out. We're going to have to go and get rid of... yeah, we're going to have to get rid of it or something. I think we lost. We'll just take the skull. Yep, Dawnbringer kill. No, Dawnbringer! Do I need to go pull out the Dawnbringer again and go into, like, the really generic Dawnbringer team? I think I have it right here, even though it says Queen Titania. Let me go rename this to... there we go. I think I spelled that right. Yeah. Dawnbringer! Let's go with the really annoying Dawnbringer team. If people are going to keep using against us, we'll use against them once. I still believe this is one of the quickest teams in the game right now at this moment in time. Okay, we're gonna throw the Mercy. Not the greatest of starting board, but he doesn't have freeze. Even if he did, wouldn't matter too much actually. So throw that down. He'll keep getting reductions and such. He did not hit magic though, so that's good. Get that down. Get Dawnbringer. Get everything. He has Fairy Fire on us. Not too big a deal. It doesn't matter if he has Fairy Fire, if we have Barrier. Oh, then again, he just dispelled it, so... Oh no, he's looping. He's getting the loops. Luckily, all of his damage almost is killed. He just has the one. Come on, Mercy. Get so much value right there. And that's match, or pretty close to it. One more little hit poke will do it. And down it goes, Dawnbringer. Oh, that was actually really shaky for that kind of team, but there we go. And there we go. Will the code be up later due to the hour start change? Yeah, we'll probably do it in the next half an hour. Yeah, it will be probably slightly later than what it normally is because of the slight change in timing. But yeah, we will have it up. We'll have 2 of them today, as we always do. Or I'll give it out soon. I might as well give it out now. It's about the same time that we would normally give it out anyways. Let's go throw the Mercy down. Get yourself a Dawnbringer. Go from there. Take the Browns. Throw Dawn. Get the Infernus. Get that into another explosion. Oh, come on, go. Come on. I really hope it brings hotkeys next time. They said they probably wouldn't be able to get into next patch, but that they definitely were interested in adding it. I suggested one of the streams that they did to add hotkeys to the PC version, so that we could just use keyboard hotkeys to cast abilities and such. If you ever plug in a controller, you essentially already have the capability of doing that. But for whatever reason, you don't have the capability of doing it with keyboard. And it's something that they're implementing soon. I don't know if it's coming in next patch, but if it's not next patch, it's likely coming in the next 3 patches, or one of the other 2. It's coming soon after. I hope so. Almost dinner time. I haven't ate a single thing all day yet today. We'll go move that over. Actually, I don't even know what I'm going to be eating today. Don't really have too much food left. Probably need to go shopping. I haven't bothered walking to go get more groceries yet. Because normally I just go to the Walmart that is like 1 mile away from my house. Actually, it's more like a half a mile away from my house. But it's almost a 2-mile walk because of how it's like curved. It's has like this whole like mini forest between where I need to go, and there's no point in going through it because it's not walkable. There's like no path in between it. It's just dense forest in between, so I have to walk all the way around it. I'll go through that down, and that's pretty much a match. And I don't ever bother driving to it. Well, for one, I don't drive, and the other reason is it's so ridiculously close that there's really no point to. That's something I haven't done ever since I moved to South Carolina. I used to do it a lot in New Jersey because there's a lot of locations to do it at. But biking, I haven't done much biking in Myrtle Beach. There just isn't really too many locations to do it at. And with how much traffic there is in my area, in some of the more condensed areas like the major roads, which is all around me, there really isn't much of a point. There really isn't much of a point. So we'll go throw that down. Pretty much everything is within walking distance, though, for the most part, which is nice. It's not like a true city where, like New York or something, where literally everything's in walking distance. But a good majority of essential stuff is. Tacet's famished cooking show. You kidding? I rarely ever cook. I've always make the most basic of stuff. Okay, we'll just throw that down. Oh, I did find a place near me that has porkle, though. So now I make porkle, egg, and cheeses, which are amazing. If you've never had it, go and get one. Particularly on, if you can find a bagel place by you that has, like, everything bagels or cinnamon bagels. Those are amazing with it. But yeah, porkle, egg, and cheese. Probably my favorite thing ever. It's really hard to find, though. I don't know why, but down south, there's almost no place that carries them. Up in New Jersey, you could get it literally anywhere. But I finally found a place by me, a deli, that actually carries it. Where do I go? We'll go throw a Gorgolfa. And get a Mercy down. Oh, come on, cast. And Dawnbringer dead. And that's why I use Dawnbringer. Okay, let's go do the redeem code real quick. And let me double check chat. Did I miss anything? Well, first let's take tribute. Gain our free stuffs. Oh, I'll need a 7 tribute. It feels weird. I haven't really gotten a super huge tribute since the new kingdom. We have like, what, 12? I mean, that's 12. 32 kingdoms now. Yeah, I haven't gotten like a 10 or 12 or any kind of really big tribute these days. We've been a bit unlucky. We keep getting more and more kingdoms, yet so we're getting almost the same rate. Though, in very soon, once they start adding like 3 more kingdoms, and once we start getting more 20%, the chance of getting really heavy tributes is going to be insane. I think I could get like, I don't even want to know how many resources. I could probably get like 150 gems per day, or almost 200 gems per day, just from checking tribute every single time once 20% kingdoms start rolling in. I kind of see why they rolled back the gems on Guild a little bit, because in the long run, given if they are keeping the system forever, once they have like 40 kingdoms and we have half of them, if not more, at 20% tribute chance, we're going to gain so many free resources from tributes. Obviously, we're not going to be claiming it that heavily. Maybe I'll start idling the game a little bit more just so we start getting our gems back up. Our gems have been really hurting lately. But I'm not one of those people that like leaves the game open or has it on the phone and constantly like clicks every hour to go get the tribute. I think I did initially when it first came out for like the first month, and then I'm like, okay, why am I even doing this? Might as well just let them go naturally up over time. But yeah, I might start doing that once more 20% kingdoms come in. Not like extremely over the top with it, but I'm normally around the computer at minimum for like 8 hours a day or so on average. So if I took the tribute every single time for that, that would be easily around like 70 gems or so. Given the gold keys also have gems in them that you also get from it, or at least a chance of getting them. Because if we go open like gold keys right now, we're going to most likely get at least 1 gem from these 90. And as you can see right here, it's probably going to prove me wrong. Yep, we get everything except it. We get glory. Well, actually, we got a lot of glory there. That's a way above average glory. That's probably why we didn't get any gems. But normally that would give you a gem chance. Actually, you know what? Let's open a few more. Can we get a gem? It's just going to keep proving me wrong. We're actually getting really good glory amounts, but not getting the gem for whatever reason. Show me the gems. Show me gems, please. That time it didn't even give us good glory either. Gems? Gems? Gems! I know you're in here. It just doesn't want to drop gems today, apparently. Wow, it is... What is this? Bad luck. Good thing I need to open gold keys anyways. There we go. There's the gems. Now it gives 3. On average, it's about 1 gem every 100 gold chests, approximately. As you can kind of see there by us getting 3. Oh, did I not open a gem key from when we did the thing earlier? I guess I didn't. We got a Mosaurus from it, which I do not need copies of. Okay, anyways, let me go give a redeem code, and I'll give another one of those. So let's go see what else we can get from that gem key. 1 second, let me go get the code. And then let me go double check chat again. Let me go make sure I mark it. Oops, that person already replied back. They reply back so quickly. The person that's going to join my guild tomorrow. Let's see. They must have like notifications turned on mobile. Oh, never mind. That was JZG messaging me on something. Let's see. He's giving me some kind of message on the thing. He probably said in chat for me to go and check it. Oh, you have 164 damage on your Ward Breaker off a Green Seer Diviner loop. Oh, you did it with a Mercy. I think we tried that once. Maybe I'll go need to try that again. I haven't really bothered using it with Mercy much. I keep using it with like another damage source or something. I'm never really... I do use it on occasion, but very rarely will I go and use a single troop damage source. Mainly because of the liability that it normally has. Okay, let me double check that I used this code or not. I accidentally marked... I don't even know if I marked this one or not. 1 second. Hopefully this one works. And if so, I'll go post that into chat. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not a robot. Pretty sure I'm not. Successful, and we're good to go. Okay. So we have gotten the code. That's all in. Copy it there so we can give it to you guys. Copy it there. Put it below me so everyone can see. As well as anyone coming after the fact. Put that there. And down it goes. Okay. There's the code. Perfectly centered. Actually, it's not perfect. There's no actual center button for it. But we'll go move that. And let me go post that into chat. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code for any of you that want to go use it. For any of you on PC mobile, you can use that on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click the link that's in the description. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu underneath the options. Just click over here, and whatever your game says there is what you put in. Don't put in mine. Put in whatever yours says. Only works on PC mobile. The redeem code is what we posted below, as well as in chat. And that will give the normal reward to your mail of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And we'll have another one a little bit later in the stream. And let's just see what we get from the gem key. Anything good? Nope. This is another falconer. I believe we already had it maxed, yeah. I didn't have it maxed earlier, but all the key opening we did end up bringing it. Speaking of maxing, let me go and upgrade everything I haven't done yet. There were still a couple things I haven't upgraded from earlier. Most of them I did off stream. The upgrades, but I believe I still missed a few of them. Yeah, we still have a couple more lining to go do. So let's go do that right now. Dragon Turtle maxed out. Let's go get him fully maxed. Most of these don't really matter to actually max them out, but hey, more mythics is more mythics. Go get that guy maxed. Those Ascension Orbs that they're going to be adding next patch will make this really easy. I'll probably have absolutely everything in the game fully maxed out at that point, which is going to be quite nice. Go get that. Also, Salty hasn't replied to my messages on the forum. I don't know what's up with her at the moment. Asked her a few things. I also asked for the background of the current kingdom, which I still don't have yet. Because I don't know how to take it from the files. And nowhere's in any of the threads do anyone ever post them, unfortunately. Oops, I almost just traded Diviner. That would have been a fail. I actually deliberately don't want to trade her at the moment. And let's go max this one out, and that should be all of them. I think I remembered to level the other one. Let's hope so. If not, we'll figure it out later when I go search everything by level and see that it's all the way at the bottom. There's actually an easy way to see if I've ever not done something. All you do is open it, or do it by there. Oh wait, never mind. You do it by level, apply filter, and then take the 10 hours it takes to scroll all the way down. They mentioned that they're going to be doing something in the future to make this quicker on console and such. I hope they remember to also make it quicker on PC. This is ridiculously quick to go through on mobile, but only on mobile. On every other platform, it takes forever to actually reach the bottom. Okay, I did forget to level it. No, I didn't. Wait. I searched it by level. Why did it not bring it up by level? What? Oh, because it didn't update from earlier. I see. Okay, so let me double check the 19s here. As long as we don't see a 19 mythic in them. Okay, good. They're all fine. We got them. That's weird. It didn't update it because it didn't go through the menu yet. Transcend doesn't kill troops. They stay at 1 HP and not do the effect or take damage further. You tested it yesterday? Oh, it doesn't actually kill them. Interesting. I've never actually bothered to see if it killed or not. I just kind of assumed it would. Oh, okay. Do they still keep gaining magic like you said? Not effect to take damage further. Wait, but do they still gain magic, though? Or do they stop gaining the magic at that point? Because it seems like it's converting the HP into magic. So if they don't have any magic anymore, I mean any HP anymore, that probably means no more magic gains. So yeah, they don't gain any more magic, yeah. So it is just converting the HP to magic then. Alright, we'll throw that down. Get a Mercy. Get a Dawnbringer. Also, why am I still using this team? I should probably go switch into the New Kingdom stuff. I love this team, but it's not related to the New Kingdom. It is a fun team to mess around with, though. It's my favorite Dawnbringer team at the moment. Also one of my favorite Infernus teams. Oh, I could have gone for a Mercy there. It wasn't directly an extra turn, but the cascade of it was. Alright, we'll move that over. And that's match. And down it goes. And don't forget to use the redeem code, everyone. As well as anyone just getting here. We'll have another one later on as well. How is the raid minigame gonna work? We have not the slightest clue. They haven't really made much mention of it. They keep spoiling it, but never really say, hey, this is exactly what it is and how it works. But based on the current image that we got of it earlier, do I still have it up? Where'd it go? Where did that image go? 1 second. Raid boss. Oh, wait, Salty said something. Leaderboards and guild rewards. Oh, okay. There will be a leaderboards and there will be guild rewards for participating in raids. So there's still rewards like that for it. Interesting. But yes, as far as the thing, it's basically going to be, from what we can tell right now, the raid bosses are going to be like smaller battles beforehand and one really huge boss where you have to do as much damage as possible to a raid boss. You have a set amount of battles that you can do per day. It's going to be similar to Guild Wars in that it's a basically kind of one of those kind of daily things that you can do. I believe you can do them all at the end of the week if you, similar to how Guild Wars is. So if you only are available on Sunday or Saturday or something, you can get a good majority of them down then, and then just finish it off on Sunday. But it's pretty much going to be in that format. You're going to have to do this as much damage as you possibly can to this one boss. I assume the boss is not killable then, and it's basically just however much damage you can get on it. Infinite loops are going to be kind of interesting because what exactly will happen? I'm not sure if the boss will have something that will deliberately make sure that you can't infinitely loop. Not sure if it's going to have maybe like things that automatically occur onto the board or something. They've done that in their past games like Puzzle Quest and Puzzle Quest 2. Gems of War currently doesn't have anything like that though. Like things that can be placed onto the board that make it hard to do things on the board. Like maybe damage you if you take it or something like that. It was mentioned a lot back when balancing exploders was being discussed. The solution that they ended up doing for it though was they ended up basically just lowering the amount of accumulation that an explosion does. As you see, explosions only do 70%. At one point, of course, they did 100%, but not anymore. That was basically their balance method of trying to get it balanced. But one thing that was suggested at the time when they were discussing how they were going to figure out how to balance it was adding board things that can like get in the way, like obstacles or things that will damage you if you take it, and other stuff like that. How several other puzzle games have done, or board games like this, or, you know, match 3 games. I was trying to figure out the right word, but yeah, match 3 games. Yeah, it's been done many times in the past. It's something that Gems of War hasn't really done. It's always, Gems of War is always stuck to this 8x8 grid. Not sure if they're ever really going to break away from that. They have with a couple of their other games, but they have not for Gems of War yet. Maybe for simplicity's sake, they haven't really bothered, but with how many complex things they keep adding to the game, I think at this point it'd be perfectly fine if they make the board a little bit more complicated too. Let's see. Obviously not for everything, but for if they were going to do like a new minigame like Rage or some kind of other thing, they could easily, or maybe not easily, but you know, they could do it for something like that, and most people wouldn't really mind. I'll do it right there. Get that down. Obviously, they can't make like PvP or Guild Wars or something. That a drastic change like that wouldn't happen. But for like a new minigame, that would work out. Okay, we can convert out the yellow to blue. That's not an extra turn, but we do get some okay cascades. I don't think it's worth it though. So we'll throw for damage into damage. And now we can go for it because we have it just sitting right there. So we'll take that, get the kill right there. Keep getting our true damage pokes and just throw this into an extra turn, hopefully. Nope, it cascaded too much. We do not have an extra turn, but that is enough damage to kill, so we'll just kill it. And down it goes. You got a Winterwolf from the code. Nice. Hey, no problem for the code. Winterwolf used to be so much better with how the gem spawns used to work, but now it's like useless these days. Unfortunately. Always good to have more copies of it, though. Direwolf is actually superior to it, which is kind of funny. Direwolf at one point was completely useless, but then they buffed it. They did a really weird Magrim Woods buff at one point. Really wish they would have done this to some other kingdoms, but they had a really weird patch one day where they basically just buffed up every single thing in Magrim's Woods to really, really high amounts, pretty much. Everything got buffed. Except for, I think, Cabarrus, because at the time... No, even Cabarrus got buffed, because at the time it got its final trait rework. When it was really good, like 100% chance to summon. It was at one point for like a few days, it was able to 100% summon, and you could just put multiple on a team and basically never die. It was kind of funny. Obviously, they had to fix it though. But Direwolf, surprisingly to this day, despite being a common, has the best Hunter's Mark in the game. It entangles and places a Hunter's Mark on the first enemy, deals damage to them, and on top of all of that, that alone for 8 mana is pretty good value. And on top of that, he also gains an extra turn on 13 green matches. This is quite a bit better than the Winterwolf, because Winterwolf creates 5 blue when there's 13 or more, which does make it a okay chance that you would land it, because with 13 on the board, there's a pretty good chance that you would actually get it with 5. But it's not a guaranteed chance, whereas with Direwolf, as long as you have that 13 plus, you will be getting... Oh, I should have done a stun spam team against this. Fail. Now we have to deal with this guy. But, yeah, having that guaranteed chance on it when you have 13 plus is really convenient for the Direwolf. A lot better than the Winterwolf's random gem spawn. Okay, it's going to be a really annoying battle. I almost feel like retreating. Not because we're going to lose, but because it's going to take like 3, 4, 5 minutes to kill him. My head is itchy. I guess dry scalp or something. There we go. Well, we're going to take a skull. Get the brown to the red and go from there. What was the original third trait of Cabarrus? It was 100% chance to summon a... I believe it was 100% chance to summon a warg whenever anything died. But basically... Or whenever an ally died, I think it was. But the problem with this is... If an ally dies, and there's a 100% chance to summon a warg, then you're just going to keep getting wargs unless you stun it. It was something along the lines of that, if I'm not mistaken. It was something very, very, very ridiculously broken. To the point that it was almost unkillable. Particularly when you use multiple on a team. It was fun for a few days, though, to troll people with. It was really easy to counter, though. All you need to do was core vash it, but still was very annoying. It's almost mandatory to use stun against it. Kind of like these guys. Except these guys can easily be killed without it, but they're really annoying when you don't have stun, because you have to kill them twice, like what we're doing right now. But yeah, imagine that trait, except it never ended. That was almost what Cabarrus used to be. Basically, his trait, except you get to keep doing it over and over again. What do we even do? We'll go throw a Alchemist in there. Get a Hellcat in there. And there we go. Do it on the brown. Get it right there. Move that down. See if we can get an Alchemist or something. I don't believe we currently have it. I guess we'll go and just convert out. Oh, we'll just move it. Go and get away the reds. Do that. See if we can get a Hellcat or something. And just move the skull over dead. Hello, Colin. Welcome. I know. Corvash for the win. Corvash is so many things. He is so good for a lot. He's a pretty good true damage. He has a double mana drain, and he is by far the best stunner in the game. Nothing stuns better than a Corvash. The only slight issue he has is if you specifically need, for whatever reason, a 3rd slot or 4th slot stun. He's not as good for doing that, because you have to get a lot of extra turns. But that's the only instance where his stun isn't really as good, possibly, as some other options that may be available. Anyways, let's go into the reality here. See what we have for this. Not really anything. It's mainly just a... What even is that team? I don't even know what to make of that team. I guess it's just a pure yellow kind of thing. Let's see. Let me go replace out one of these other ones. What's under my rock bird? Oh yeah, this was that really weird one I ended up making out of the Pure Kingdom. We tried doing Pure Kingdom to see how it works. It's always nice to see how the Pure Kingdom works for every kingdom. And this is actually what we ended up creating out of it. Is it particularly good? Kind of. It's probably a bad sign, but it works. I can leave it at that. It works. It's not particularly over the top. It's not particularly weak. It's kind of mid-range. Go throw that down. Though it's starting to prove me wrong right now, because it's actually doing pretty good this battle. Let's see. What do I even need to destroy with this? The only problem is you can't really use this that effectively with this kind of team. The Gem Destroy. Because it's like, what are we really going to hit right now? There aren't really too many things that need it. You might as well just throw down for damage. So we're going to do that. Get the Slight Cascade. Oh, I keep forgetting it's Column. I make that mistake so many times now. I always keep thinking it's Row for whatever reason with him. I'm not quite sure why I keep messing that up. Let's go throw this down. Oh, too bad he doesn't do red and purple. That would actually been quite amazing to use with this new legend. I almost just called him a mythic because he does feel like one sometimes. Ooh. Let's get rid of green, I guess. Get the Cascade, get his mana up. Get the HP for him. There we go, we got alignment now. We have so much HP. This would be so bad in Guild Wars. Obviously, it's not pure color, but still. You having really high HP is actually bad in Guild Wars because that leads to more damage that the enemy can do. And the more damage that the enemy can do, the more points you lose relative. Because you need to do about 4 times more damage than the enemy to get full points for damage. Realistically, that's very rarely going to happen. As long as you do a substantially more amount of damage than your enemy, you should be fine. But you always want to make sure you minimize that as much as you can. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. Go for the poke. And, oh no, with all the HP and he still dies. Okay, we're going to do that on green then, I guess. Get that to full mana. He'll do a Hellcat. Surprised that didn't actually help us. Well, I guess it did slightly. We have like the 1 pair right there. So go do that. Get the pokes. And we have our extra turn. Oh no, we don't. I was going to take that for an extra turn. I keep forgetting it's a column, not row. So let's go take this column, I guess. Try for that extra turn then instead. Didn't get it. It is so much easier to do rows than columns. A row destroy, I personally find to be way stronger than a column destroy. The reason for this is the row destroy, you can actually see where a good majority of stuff is falling. With a column destroy, you cannot. Okay, anyways. Yeah, that's basically Pure Kingdom from the New Kingdom. It's kind of good. It's above average as far as Pure Kingdoms is concerned, but it's not like one of the best Pure Kingdoms. Actually, these days, I'm not even sure what the best Pure Kingdom is. Okay, we'll go move that over. Also, hello, Colin, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome. Let's see. Our Guild War bracket is painful. Should we win with non-color win teams? If you're struggling with your Guild Wars, it is fine to use a triple color team, though only if you can ensure that you're going to get a 100% win rate. Yeah, generally you almost always want to go pure color though, particularly later in the game. Yeah, if your guild's starting to move up to the point where you aren't actually able to keep up with them, either you need to find a new guild possibly, that or wait it out and hopefully get the resources you need to be able to compete with it, or simply use a triple color team and just get a 100% win rate always. Okay, we'll go for the convert there. Let's see if we can get a Hellcat. And should be good to go from there. Yep, never mind. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize I was already the kill. Underestimated how much damage we could do off a Hellcat. And here you have them all. Okay, let me go into a different Y'all team. Oh, I think I'm going to replace over this one. Let me go do this with the Mercy, like suggested earlier. We've done this at least once. Haven't really messed with it too much, though. We're going to go into it again. Already correct banner. I don't need to change that at all. There's only 1 damage source, but it's a really heavy damage source. Okay, bad starting board. Good starting board. Or, well, not starting board, but good second turn Cascade. So we'll go for that. Get our heal. Get that up. Hopefully get a nice green seer somewhere, and then we can kind of go from there. We have the yellow convert, except that's pretty bad to even bother going for. So no need to really go for it. We'll just move that over and see what else we have. I guess we could take it for red? Nothing? There's not... Oh, brown. Brown. Almost nothing. So we'll go do that. Don't want to do green, so that leaves us with only blue. It's not full mana, but that is. And we don't have this. Oh, wait, we do have it on red. Perfect. So we'll go throw that down. Get our convert. Get the cascades. Throw this skull into a skull. Oh, I can't. It's going to hit the other skull, so I'm going to have to do that. I guess we just go for the world breaker then at this point. So we'll get that down. And then just spam world breaker. And that should be good to go. Keep getting magic whenever we can. Get the world breaker down. Do it again. Cycle. Go. I really should give her a trait. Because with this, I didn't think about that. The Mercy actually gives it the HP constantly. Because you're going to keep lowering its HP off of infinite spam. And then the Mercy feeds it to it. Do I do it or do I not do it? I might regret it if I fully trade it. But I think I am actually going to fully trade it. I'm probably going to fully trade it. Okay, we're going to trade it. I might as well. Where is unknown? I mean, upgradable. We're going to trade it. I'm going to need that final trait anyways, so... We're doing it. No! Okay, we're doing it. In almost every team, it should work out. So, let's go test it again. Now, let's see what a real diviner can do, now that we gain all of the magic on her. This only affects her ability 1 out of 3 times. But when it does, she does a really huge magic boost. I believe every extra turn we take boosts the amount of magic that she'll end up giving to all other allies by 1. Because she has a 2-to-1 boost ratio off her own magic. So, ooh, I only have it on yellow right now. That is the worst color to get rid of with this team. So we shall not do it. We'll just take a skull and work from there. Ugh, stretch. My bad. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I just bumped my hand on the seat really hard. Ow. Right on my elbow. Anyways. I'm gonna take the red. Take the... nothing. Take a blue. I know we don't use it at all, but... because we don't have anywhere to use it. Oh no, he just Borealis us. I don't normally see that. I guess we'll Mercy now. We don't have extra turn, but I need to get unfrozen. And he doesn't have a freeze off of extra turn, so it's fine. Brown, we get 2 peers. That's just not enough to recast. We don't have any extra turn, so we'll just take that. And we do indeed land 1, and that gives us red, perfect. And in this team, we can get rid of reds all we want. And we'll go do that on the blue. Go do that on the green. Go do that on the convert. That should give her HP, or our first slot, that works too. She'll get it eventually. Do this on the... yeah, we don't have anything. We'll just go throw it on the yellow, I guess. Get rid of all the... I mean, on green. So go do that. Do we have green alignment? We have a chance. I think we were better off just board breaker in here, though. Get our damage. See what we can do here. So, let's see. I don't want to get rid of purples if we can help it. But I believe we have to if we want to extra turn the green right here. We'll go do that. Then we'll go convert something into yellow. How about the green? We did indeed land magic. And that is insane amount of damage. Yeah, we're going to keep her with Transcend apparently. Not like we can undo it, but... that is actually ridiculous with her with Transcend. I don't know how bad that will be in other teams, though. There are some teams that you would end up using her where that would be pretty bad, but... oh well. The teams that she works really well in, she'll work exceptionally well now. Because we actually have her traded. There we go, get more magic. Do we have her? No, we do not. So we'll just go throw the explosion. Well, we have it on yellow, but... like the last color do you really want to throw it on? And I'd even land it. Okay, move that, move that. Keep getting her extra turns. She just keeps getting more and more magic, which is perfectly fine. That's the whole point. She keeps losing HP, but we could just Mercy to heal it. Do we have the convert? Yes, we do. Throw that down. Keep getting that magic. Oh, never mind. That actually didn't trigger magic. It's just that they both extra turned their own magic. That's kind of funny. We'll throw that down. She hasn't gotten a single magic buff yet. Keep getting cleanse and other useless stuff. I guess cleanse actually does do something now. Oh no, we can't transcend anymore. Of course, now we get the magic when we actually need the stun. But oh well. Well, I guess that's one way to undo her ability. We don't actually have it anymore because the thing. So now she can't damage herself, or at least while she's stunned anyways. Hey, another arcane. I was mentioning earlier this week how we were getting almost no arcanes, and now we're just getting them every single like hour, if not more. In PvP, there's approximately a 1 in 40 chance that you get an arcane. Though, given the extra resources that they're going to be adding next patch, that might change some. But I know in the past it's been around a 1 in 40. We'll have to double check rates next patch for sure. Because there's a good chance it will change up some with all the other stuff that they might be adding to the drop pool. Alright, move that over. Because you'll also need less trait stones starting next patch due to the orbs that they're going to be releasing. Go for the explosion. Also, why on earth are they using Ancient Horror? Wasn't the event this week to kill a bunch of brown? Or was it treasure hunt? It must have been kill a bunch of brown. That or that was the previous week's objective. Because so many people are running pure brown team this week. I completely forget what it is off the top of my head. All I know is that Scarlet Bug gives 2 times trait stones. That's the only thing I currently remember from the events. We'll go through that down. Because that's the main one that was actually important. Okay, we'll throw the Mercy there. And that's match. Yeah, that is really solid. Okay, let's go into, and double check that real quick. Events. And no, it's treasure hunt week. So everyone is just leaving leftover browns because there's no point in changing their defense team. So that's why. Oops, that's not where treasure hunt is located. Okay, let's go do some treasure hunt, I guess, real quick. If you're a newer player, definitely go spam treasure hunt this week. Not only is treasure hunt already good value for newer players, in particular, but it gets additional rewards this week as well. So definitely a really good idea to be doing it. I personally don't do it because this late in the game, it's actually not that good value. But earlier on, it's really, really, really good. Gonna get a lot of gems from trying to get the current event week done. Actually, if I really was desperate for gems, I probably would actually complete this out. I don't think I'm that desperate for gems at the moment, though. We are starting to get a bit low. I don't think we're that low yet. We still have enough that we can go for a couple more releases. And with the changes happening next patch, it's probably going to tear through our gems quite a bit slower than the current rate of destruction. Okay, we're going to move that. Take our extra turn. Don't have another one. It's always better to go 45 times if we can. 5 times is so much better than a 4 times. End up getting so much more value out of it. So we're going to move that one over. Take the gold right there. Move that one. And I'm just trying to rush through it at this point. Trying to get to that next little objective thing. It actually is better to rush through these for the most part than to play them out very, very long. The main reason for this is ever since they added 4 times speed, that kind of messed up the balance of treasure hunt a little bit. Mainly because it's so much better value just to rush through now than it is to really play it out. You would still overall gain like more higher resources if you actually played them all the way out, but rushing through them pretty quickly while playing it kind of average is normally the best way to go. But as you can see, we got 3 gems there, a bunch of other resources, and all that kind of stuff. Really good for early game, and you get those event gems, which goes towards the little event objective thingy. Yeah, we'll worry about that more later. Most of that I'll probably do off stream. I'm probably not going too far with that. I might go up into like maybe first event key drop, and that's about it. I normally don't bother with the treasure hunts because it don't give any EXP, which is a pretty big issue this late in the game. Early on in the game, that's really nice because you want to keep your level low early on because it makes PvP and arena earlier. Particularly arena these days, because once you start reaching the start seeing Dawnbringer section of arena, you're going to run into a lot of trouble because a lot of newer players can't afford Dawnbringer, nor should they because it's kind of a waste of resources relative to the other options. But yeah, I believe, I'm actually not fully certain at what level range you start seeing Dawnbringer at. If I had to guess, probably around 400 plus, you would start seeing Dawnbringer in arena. And at that point, you basically can't play arena until you actually have a Dawnbringer of your own, which basically makes that dead content afterwards. They will be balancing it in the future, but at this current moment, it is not very well balanced for Dawnbringer. It's either Dawnbringer or nothing later in the game for arena. You might as well not even play it if you don't have it, because it's so much harder these days without it. Early on in the game, you don't need to worry about it though, because no one's going to be realistically have it around the lower level range. Even people that pay money into the game probably wouldn't have a Dawnbringer that early. Where do we even go here? We'll go throw a Mercy. Do we have a Green Seer though? Or never mind. I just said Mercy. Well, I guess we throw it to Mercy. It barely gives us anything, but it's going to give us alignment for next turn. Or it should. In theory, it should. Of course, it doesn't. We'll go do that on on green. Not exactly what I want to do, but it does give us a board clear, so at least we got that going for us. So we'll go clear the board. Get our huge damage down. 36. Well, it could be a bit bigger than that, but oh well. Go through that. Get our magic again. Did. Yeah, that is a pretty solid combo, that is for sure. Green Seer, the Green Seer Diviner combo in general is so ridiculously huge. It's similar to all the other ones, except you gain magic and cleanse and a bunch of other effects on top of it. Unlike some of the other ones where like a Valkyrie loop will only do souls and stuff like that. Not anywhere near as big as this, that is for sure. Where you gain magic, you gain cleanse, and you gain enchant randomly. The enchant's not really that relevant, but all the other aspects are. Speaking of that, there's the enchants, of course. Let's see, get that one down. Also, we get entangle spam too, if that wasn't already enough. Not only do we have cleanse spam, but we can entangle out the entire enemy team if we get enough extra turns. Alright, now we just clear the board again. Doesn't even matter if we convert out the other color, because we can simply go for a board clear, and that fixes everything. Can we get a cleanse? Mercy, go. No extra turn. Actually pretty bad. We give him a lot of yellow, but we do get the cleanse at least. And we're not... Oh, we are frozen on yellow. I'm not going to risk the 1 in 3 chance, so we're just going to go for the explosion. He takes a skull poke. We'll see if we can get this down again. We're not frozen on green, so we actually can go for that right here. So we will do that. Get some kind of convert. Never mind, we just go for it. It's a Roar Breaker. And one more will be match. All we have to do is cast this. Oh, he just removed my yellow. Except so much yellow got put back onto the board that it might not even matter. Yep, it won't even matter. We just get the cleanse. Throw it out onto anything. That extra turns. Full mana. Dead. And never mind, he got the revive. Already summoned. Well, now we gotta go kill this little guy. Let's see, what do we have for alignment here? We can go do this on... Well, apparently green. So we'll go do that. Got Transcends. Move that over. Get more magic. Very nice. And one more poke will do it. And that is one more poke. You're grinding trait stone some in Souls and Explorer. You're doing... what is that first one? Banshee, Sacrificial Priest, and Sand Sculler. I have no clue what that first one is. But whatever it is, it's probably going to work out. Really all you need is... all you really need is one mana generator into one really heavy damage source troop, and you're pretty much good to go. I do advise using an empowered. Oh, that new weapon? Oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. I haven't really bothered using the new weapon. There it is. The I threw me off because you said it as one word instead of 3. But yeah, the Botjom Dio, or however you say that. I'm pretty sure I've fully butchered that. The Botjom Dio? Deo? Deo. Probably Deo. I have no clue, but yeah, it's a daemon counter weapon. Personally, I don't really have much of a need for it. If you have Guard's Avatar, you basically already have this, except it hits everything, plus it does even more. But it's a really nice alternative to if you don't have Guard's Avatar but need a daemon counter. Other than that, I wouldn't really bother with it much, unless you specifically need a double poke. You'd be better off just doing a full AoE weapon in most cases, unless you specifically need a daemon counter or a frontline double hit. Those are the 2 instances you'd really use it over other AoE options. That and I guess red yellow. Yellow, aside from Dawnbringer and Sun and Moon, doesn't really have too many full AoE weapons that you really have access to. So it could be, even though that weapon isn't full AoE, it's pretty convenient. So yeah, it's probably going to be pretty nice to just throw in there on some teams if you don't have it for, if you don't have like Dawnbringer, Sun and Moon. If you happen to need like a high damaging yellow weapon, it works pretty well for that. Because most yellow weapons are support items, not actual weapons. And it's kind of nice that that one is an actual damage source weapon. The reason for that is because it has red in it. Red normally has our damage. Almost everything red is just like pure damage most of the time. Alright, we'll go through this down. A good majority of the highest hitting troops in the game are all red. Not all of them, but for the most part. Red tends to have high damage output in everything. In both skulls as well as in both skulls and casting. It's basically how every single color works for the most part. Is yellow is support and heal. Blue is support and heal. Green is support and heal. Red is pure damage. Purple is pure damage, particularly cast damage. With red being more on the skull focus, purple being more on the magic focus, and brown is generally pretty tanky. That's pretty much how all of them go. I'm not quite sure on the exact differences between yellow, green, and blue. They all have like different forms of utility, but all of them you could really just summarize as support troops. A good majority of green, yellow, and blues are support. Not always the case, but a pretty substantial amount of them. Okay, we'll go and just get a convert here. Get our enchants. Not exactly what I needed. Just needed the magic buff, but it was enough damage actually regardless. Your blue Guild War team is so-so. You're using Sion, Azura. You should probably never use Sion and Azura together. That might be why. Emperor Corvash and Merline. Any suggestions? Either remove the Sion or remove the Azura and put some kind of other utility in its place, or maybe reshuffle it some. But yeah, I would not bother using Sion plus Azura. That combo doesn't really work. Trying to use two blue purples isn't really going to work out that well. It's why you very rarely, if ever, see me use Queen Mab on Purple Day. It's not because she's weak, it's just because there's so many other blue purples, and trying to use two blue purples on a Purple Day normally won't really work out. The biggest issue with that is you're not going to have enough mana accumulation. Even if you put the Azura first slot, it wouldn't really be able to do enough. Yeah, I would definitely get rid of most likely the Sion then in that case, unless you desperately need it for countering. I used to use Sion a lot in Guild Wars, but it'd probably be good to learn to not use it anyways, since next patch, Sion is going to be dead content. Sion, for the longest of time, ever since it was released, was pretty much useless, even though it was never really changed. But then, ever since they started nerfing skulls, it started making a comeback right now when casts are super strong. But now it's going to basically go back to being useless again starting next patch. They're going to be adding immune to mana drain. So when they do that, you can just put something with immune to mana drain in first slot to counter out Sion. Basically meaning you would never want to set it on defend ever again. And the instances you would use it for invade would be a lot more scarce than what they currently are now. We'll go through the clans, get everything off of us, throw the skull poke. Try getting that extra buff if we can. And keep getting every single extra turn we can. That will just keep getting the magic higher and higher. What does that bring us to right now? 30 magic gain. That is not too bad. That is not bad at all. Now 31. Yeah, every single time we get an extra turn, it does increase by 1, which is nice. Do we have alignment here? We have it on nothing. Why must you do nothing? Okay, we'll go do the greens. The green sphere then. Go convert out something like the green. Oh, actually, we could have gotten it on red. Oh well, not that big a deal. We got it right back up. And take a skull. Just throw the ability down. That's actually almost already enough. I was gonna try getting one more buff, but we don't really need it. We just get its mana right back up. It's a lot quicker just trying to triple cast it or quad cast it than trying to get like 1 or 2 casts because it takes so long to get the magic buffs on it. What would you replace Sion with? Let's see. Well, you'd most likely reshuffle your team and put Azura in first slot. As far as what you would put behind it, I'd probably try putting an Orieli into that team. If I was to go down that route, it'd be something like, hopefully it doesn't lose against this. Shouldn't. But something along the lines of, I don't know if you actually have that yet, or if you happen to have it or not. But that is personally what I'd probably put in the team, if I was to run it that way. Corvash, Uriali, and Merlion. Yep, Merlion. Yeah, I'd probably run that, if I was to run it that way. And banner, actually we could pretty much keep it at banner if we wanted to. That or go into blue-purple, either or. I think I'm going to go into blue-purple. I'm a little bit hesitant to do that just because I don't want to deny out our Merlion. Worst comes to worst, we'll want to rush up the Merlion with reds. Oh, never mind, you don't have a Uriali. Well, plan B is, well, strong blue-green or blue-yellow in that case. Probably you could go Astral Spirit and do it for the first turn board control. So yeah, fully traded Astral Spirit could be your alternative then. Oops, that's not a move. And what do we even need here? Not that good of a setup. What does he have for Skull? Oh, it's just using a Dragon class. Only. That's actually a little bit devastating with what it's currently set up with. Because it does have that Skull resistance too, which is getting in the way of us really taking Skulls. We can take Skulls, but the value of it's quite a bit lower. So go move that down. It's one of those kind of instances where having not minus on the red is actually pretty useful. But I think I'm going to go for the blue. We do not surge it. That is very unfortunate. Really needed that surge. Need something to get us rolling on mana, which isn't really happening. When we get Uriali as our first troop, that is a pretty bad sign. We actually got all three of them simultaneously as our first one. That is very bad. Also, his... I should have double-checked that. His Famine is actually in a safe distance away from me. So that's pretty bad, because now I won't have anything to kill him with. So I need to go rush another Uriali right now, because Corvash will not reach it. Yep, and then that dies. Luckily, Uriali does have summon in this case. And I will, but yeah, as far as the replacement for it, I guess it's a summon there, or Astral Spirit, either or. So we have the silence now, we have the true damage, let's go do that. Throw the Merlion down. And there we go. Yeah, something along the lines of that, but Uriali replacement. I guess we'll go with the Astral Spirit then. So let's go do that with an Astral. That still keeps true damage. Not anywhere near as much, but it has nice board control. Plus we can remove colors we don't need now, which is convenient. We don't have a summon anymore though, if we do it this way. Do you get extra points for unique troops in Guild War attack teams? No. You can use 4 of the exact same troop in Guild War attack teams, and it has absolutely no effect on your score, other than the fact that it would probably be a little hard to use 4 of the exact same troop. But yeah, that is possible, and it has no score. It doesn't affect your score at all. You can use whatever you want in invading as long as it's pure color, and you can even use something that's not pure color, but you do gain a lot less points for not using pure color in invade. But you lose no points at all for using 4 of the exact same troop, or any amount of the exact same troop. Oh, he just drained me. I want to go for an Astral here. I don't see anything particularly good, but we will go for this. We'll try getting some of our mana there. We get a poke too. And he skull... Oh, good. Oh, that stun! That valuable stun right there, protecting our mana and getting us our thing. Okay, we'll get a Corvash here. I kind of have to. So we'll get the double Corvash. I have the silence for him, so I'm not as concerned about that. Since we can simply just silence it, worst comes to worst. Actually, let me do that now. So we'll go do that. Unfortunately, the Sion didn't get poked there. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. That dies again. Yeah, Azura is extremely flimsy first lot. She's a nice mana generator, but the biggest issue with her on Blue Day, or Purple Day, either or, she dies so easily. So easily. Even when fully maxed out. Okay. Come on, utilities. We need something. Can we waste 2 turns to get a Merlion up? Yes and no. The answer is no. You got Famine. Okay. We'll go and move that over. And yeah, he just gets a poke. Doesn't look like it's gonna come through. He's gonna get the Spirit Fox. We'll just take the yellow. He'll drain us. Partially. That moves it so we can't take a skull now. Amazing. But we can take that skull, so. And now we can get the double silence. And if we can get that again, we'll be good to go. Let's write that down. Get our double silence. And what else do we have here? Not much. I guess we just take the skull at this point. He gets some extra turn. Luckily, he doesn't actually get any value out of any of that, for the most part. We'll go move the blue up there. Try getting another Astral Spirit here. Of course, he denies us indirectly. Which way do I take this? Move it that way, because it gives us 2 extra turn chances. Which I could take that for free. And now we can throw the Astral Spirit into some kind of removal here. What do I really need to get rid of? I guess green. So we'll go do that. He gets a poke. I don't want to take that because he'll get another poke. We'll go take that yellow. And that is almost matched. That actually isn't matched yet. We did not have the drop for that, do we? Brown will not drop it properly. No color will drop it properly. Oh, yes, it will. Red will. Red will, that's match. There we go. And down it goes. Any substitute for Infernus on the Dawnbringer team you showed earlier on the stream? Oh, this one? Let me see. I believe the answer to that is yes and no. Again. But the yes in that there are replacements. No in that there aren't any cheap replacements, I don't believe. Because you need an exploding damage source here. Would be ideal. Or at least just a damage source. The problem is, if it doesn't have an exploding damage source there, it doesn't get as much loop. And there's really only 2 troops that do that properly. And it's Ward Breaker and Infernus, both of which are mythics. I guess Dragon Soul would be your next best bet. It fits there as far as coloration. It does damage and explosion. So yes, I guess replace it with a Dragon Soul. Won't be as strong as either of the other options. Especially since it's only going to be doing 11 damage, or 14 if you have Dragon Guard hero class like we're doing. But yeah, it'll pretty much do very similar things. You won't be able to get the Mercy into its quick mana, but as the main thing you even need Mercy for is to get Gorgulfa up. It's just a side effect that we happen to get these up as well, with if we have like a Ward Breaker or a Infernus there. It's just a side effect. It doesn't necessarily, we don't necessarily need it, but it is somewhat helpful. If not, I will just go into Dawnbringer instead, which is perfectly fine. Okay, what do I even need to move here? Guess we just take a purple. Okay, 1 second. Nose being all weird. Made like a squeaky noise. Okay, anyways. It's from the weather constantly changing from like really hot to very cold. Very annoying. Okay, anyways, let's get the Mercy down. And now my ears just popped because of the thing. That's always a weird feeling too. Have any of you ever been on a flight before? I've been on so many that I've just kind of always just assumed everyone has. But like that ear popping feeling from flights. It feels weird, but it's, I don't know. It's a weird, really weird feeling. I don't mind it that much though. It's really hard to describe, like that like air pressure popping thing. Yeah, I find flights to be a lot of fun. I ended up getting both of the window seats every single time. It costs more money. Not because window seats cost more money, but on my airline I normally go on. But it's because the reserving your seat costs more money. But I always end up reserving window seats. I think it normally costs about like $40, $50 extra dollars. But you get such a nice view, and you don't get cramped in the middle. I absolutely hate being in the aisle or the middle. And it is ridiculously hard unless you get it like a day in advance. Like you go show up there a day in advance and reserve your thing. You can do it that way for no charge. But normally I just do it ahead of time because it's just so much more convenient having the window seat. Chew gum on flights? Oh, I never chew gum. I've never been a huge fan of gum. I never really understood it much. Actually, so much so that the first time I've ever had gum, when I was a kid, I actually swallowed it. Because my mom forgot to tell me, like, you're not supposed to swallow gum. Because, you know, everything I've ate prior to that point was like, okay, well, everything you put in your mouth is food. So I'll just eat it then. because it just looked like any other piece of candy. It's like, whoops. But yeah, I've never been a huge fan of gum. Never really cared for it much. Yeah, let's throw that down. Okay, what do we even do? We'll go through a Gorgolfa there. Get that down. Ready in Furnace. Go from there. Yawning also helps. Well, that's good. I tend to yawn a lot. But that's mainly from lack of sleep. No, I normally get pretty good sleep. The days these days I normally don't get good sleep is on Mondays and Fridays. Mainly because Mondays I always do the video immediately when it comes out. And based on when the game resets, it resets at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. depending on when the hour is shifted. But because of that, I wake up extremely early for those. Or sometimes I don't even bother go to sleep and then just go to sleep afterwards, which completely ruins my sleep schedule. And then, of course, on Fridays, if there's something new coming, I wake up early for that. I technically don't have to do those like that, but I normally like to do it just to get it out as immediately as possible. Technically, I could just sleep in and just do it later in the day. I just like doing it immediately. Because if I don't, I might feel like not doing it later. And I just made such a habit at this point of doing it immediately that it works out perfectly. Okay, we'll go and get the Mercy down there. Oh, I could have taken a 5 times, so it didn't really matter. We still got full mana. So, okay. Perfectly fine. We'll throw a Dawnbringer first, because we'll get better value out of it here. And now we can throw this down and almost kill them. And now we just have the 1, and down it goes. On the team you're running, what would be replaced out Dawnbringer? Dawnbringer can be replaced with just about anything. Dawnbringer isn't really that important on the team. The main thing that can be replaced in Dawnbringer slot is anything that does damage. Really doesn't matter what it is, as long as it uses yellow, ideally, because then you can feed it with Mercy some. But as long as it's a dual-colored or tri-colored troop that uses yellow, you can put pretty much anything there. Any heavy damage source that you have. Some of the things that might be good are Garuda. Let's see, what's the full option of things that you can kind of put there? Oops, edit team. But yeah, basically any really heavy hitter yellow. It doesn't even need to necessarily be yellow either. Just any heavy hitter. But if you were to go yellow, you could do something like Artima. You can do something like yellow. Where's all your heavy hitters? You could do something like Oriala. You could do something like Famine. You could do Guard's Avatar. You can do Inferno King, Infernus. Jotnar, I guess, though ideally you'd want something that multi-hits. King Salinas would work, even though it's completely blocked, still perfectly fine. Grapple Pot would actually be pretty nice too, if you happen to have her. She can keep spamming free turns. And what other options is there? Technically any really high damage source. So if you have just something huge that can do a lot of damage, that's all you really need there. Doesn't really matter too much what it is. The main reason I use Dawnbringer specifically is it gives you barrier, which makes it easier to not die. It's also a pretty substantial amount of damage since we're using so many yellows on the team. And it boost ratio is based on how many yellow you have. And since we're using 3 yellow, that is quite a bit of additional damage. Now you just got poison on all of us. We'll go take the Brown there. Surge, but not enough mana. We don't have any good Mercy casts, so I guess we'll just go throw down the Brown there. Get a Gorgolfa from there and kind of just keep working it. That will give us the explosion here. And we'll just go throw that down. Get a Dawnbringer. Get another explosion. Go from there. Oops, I could have taken a Mercy there. Oh well. Go throw that now. Get it back down. And as you can see, the excess yellow goes right into whatever our third slot is. And as long as it uses yellow. Yeah, I would say Grapple Pot would probably be your best option. If you happen to have her and you don't have the Dawnbringer. What you usually do is you hold your nose and try blowing out through your nose to fix the thing. Well, what? To fix the ear thing? I guess that would work. Let's see. You could beat up the passenger next to you. No. They will land and your ears will be okay. No. And I never really hated flights that much. I generally enjoy them. They're pretty pleasant. I normally just sleep through them too, which is also why. I never go on really long flights though. I have yet to ever leave the Eastern Standard Time Zone. My entire life, I've been in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I've been all the way up and down it for the most part. Well, not all the way up and down, but I've been as south as the tip of Florida and as north as Toronto, Canada. But I've never actually left Eastern Standard Time Zone. I'm gonna get a Mercy here. For the weirdest of reason, I'm trying to get a Skull to poke him with, which we don't get. So I guess I throw this because we could use that for mana generation after. Oops, I didn't mean to leave him blues. Doesn't matter too much though. We could just go take the red. And now if we could just get one more little mana on him, we'd be good to go. Take the yellow right there. Get ourselves the explosion. And move on from there. Get a Gorgolfa. And if any of you still have any other questions, team builds, or anything you want me to mess around with or need help building, feel free to leave them in chat. And we'll make sure to go around to them. We'll get the Gorgolfa there. And... Best thing is chew gum. What is actually in gum that causes that to happen? I always hear that, like chew gum to not have the ear popping thing. Well, what specifically is in gum that makes it not do that? Okay, we'll go and we don't have a Mercy here. I don't believe. Doesn't look like it. We'll just go for like maybe a purple or something. We'll go take that purple. See if we get a Mercy here. And yes, we will indeed get that Mercy. Get that down. See if we can get a Gorgolfa. It doesn't look like we have much, so we'll just go through that. Get another Gorgolfa cast and kind of just move on from there. It'll just Queen Mab us. Poke, poke. Yeah, okay, it's just going to infinitely loop, apparently. There it goes again. And it devours. If that wasn't enough, it also gets a devour on top of everything else. Well then. Well, that's that team. That's pretty much what it does. Pretty much every single time. Maybe not every single time, but that's normally what it would do. It's kind of like a goblin team, except more annoying. I find goblins that at least have easier counters. Like if we truly had to in PvP, if we wanted to be super, super cheap about it, we could just set 4 grapple pot. I mean, 4 what's his name? Gob Chompers. We could set 4 Gob Chompers as our team, and we automatically win. That's all we have to do to counter out goblins. Whereas that other team, it's not as easy to just simply counter it out like that. Having Mass Cleanse does work pretty nice against it, but you can always fail against its Mass Mana Drain, since there's no immunity to it yet. But next patch we'll be bringing an immunity, and it'll probably fall off starting next patch. Still going to see it around a lot, but it's going to be easier to counter. Yeah, I hope you get better, Bridget. Yeah, I had to go through that all last week. Luckily, for the most part, I'm over it now. I still have a bit of a cough and sniffles and stuff, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was last week, that's for sure. Alright, let's go throw a Gorgolfa here. Move that over. Get a Dawn. Get herself some explosions. And move that up. Take a Skull. Throw down in Furnace. And... can we get a Mercy in there? Yes, no, we can't. Yes, we can. So we'll go grab that. He unfortunately revived, though, earlier. But we did get a free Skull, so that's nice. Get a Dawn. And that's match. Even if he revives, the poke will hit him. Okay, I took that Skull just out of the case he would revive. And now I can double poke him. There we go. Finally he dies after like 2 revives. Oh, just the chewing motion does it? Oh, okay. So you technically don't need gum then. You could just chew. Let's see. Take that, I guess. I was hoping we'd get a purple drop, but we didn't. He'll just move whatever. We'll go and take ourselves a... We can actually get Mercy back up. I don't know how useful that is, though. Oh, wait, no, we don't, because, oops, the blue is being blocked by Dawnbringer. Fail. Never mind. Well, it wasn't that useful anyways. Still getting it, just in case, though. You never know. Oh, he's gonna get Famine. Oh, that's really bad. We took that long already? Apparently. Yeah, he has Famine. And he already got it. Okay, well, let's start from square one. And... so, let's go get Gorgolfa up, I guess. If he will even let us get it up. There we go. Okay, so we'll go move that over. He'll get Skull distracted, hopefully. And now we can finally get rolling with the team. There we go. And now as long as we stay ahead of him, we should be fine. He can still mass mana drain us, though, if he starts getting a lead here. Let's hope that does not happen. I need a brown here. A brown or a yellow. Doesn't matter which, but neither are available. Guess we could try for a Mercy. I can't give him those free greens, though. So I'm going to have to take a weird move like this purple or something. I don't actually need to take that move, but the other move would have been very bad for us to take. Okay, I want that yellow, but similarly, I can't take it because of the extra turn that's sitting there, so we'll take the blue. Oh, he has full mana now. Oh, that's match. I think he just won. He may have just won off of that. We get like one more Gorgolfa chance. And that's if we get full mana. And there we go, we got full mana. But then he gets that. I need to extra turn this into full mana simultaneously. And neither of them happens. And now he just gets another Famine. The Famine for the win. Annoying Famine. Once he gets the lead, and you're using a high mana cost team, that is normally a bad combination, that is for sure. I need to go build like a ridiculously low, like 10 mana cost team or something until next patch. I don't think there's anything really over the top that can be ran out of pure low mana cost though. Because all the heavy damage sources are off of, or most of the heavy damage sources are off of higher mana costs. Let me see. I got a Snowy Owl. Let's see, super low mana cost, high impact troops. I'm looking for like 12 minus troops. Trying to think of some. I'm probably going to build like the weakest team ever if I try doing this though. But it will make sure that they can't really drain us as much. Or you know what? There actually is an option. I don't need to do that. I could just go mass anti-drain. So we could just go like Famine Loop team. Actually, we probably already have one to set up. Famine Loop team. Do we not have one? Or that, or we could just go, you know what? I might as well just go with the Great Maul. I don't have to go with that. We could just do, instead of disabling them with drains, we could just disable them with one single gigantic Devour. So we'll go down that route and see how that goes. Should work out. Throw the Mercy there. Double check everything we have for options. Make sure we take the skulls because we want him not to have them. So move that over. He just entangled us. That's exactly what I needed him not to do. So we basically just wasted our previous turn because I was trying to do that so he wouldn't take a skull. Now we're still entangled. Okay. So we're going to have to take our mana up very slowly, but by the time we actually get it up, we should be cleansed at least. So if nothing else, at least we have that going towards it. We'll go and take just the red over. Get some burn. Yep, cleanse. There it is. Okay, get the double green. Nothing I can stop it with. Oh, that entangle. Okay, I can still get a Devour right now, but we lose quite a bit of our value. I want to get rid of that Nick so badly, but yeah, we're going to have to. We did not get the attack value gain. We gained all the other stats, but just not attack. Which is kind of one of the more important ones. Oh, I could have taken blue for free there. We're going to have to wait it out right now since we have pretty bad board alignment. Or not board alignment, but we have a entangled first slot. Come on, Mercy. Your job is to keep it unentangled. Do we take that blue? Yes, we do. Move that. Get some red, but... oh, of course you would get Devour. Come on, my plan didn't even work. We'll go throw that down. Normally it would. We'll go for the... do we even go for a convert here? I don't think we need it at the moment. I need proper alignment. I don't even care if we're frozen as long as we have the alignment. But now it's actually, you know what, it does actually matter that we're frozen now. So let's take the scope poke. Take the other scope poke. And he just pokes us again. Once again, no real good alignment. We'd lose our turn regardless, but still, even with that being said, still not worth going for at the moment. Come on, Mercy. Why must you not have anything? And the reason I don't normally use this team anymore. RIP. The exact problem it normally has. Not always, but when it does have it, it is really annoying. Where it goes like 10 turns in a row unable to do anything because there's no alignment on the board. Because it's really dependent on specific things being right next to each other. And if those things aren't right next to each other, you spend a billion turns trying to get the board set up that way. And you spend the entire battle kind of just waiting it out. That does happen sometimes with it. And when that does happen, it's pretty bad because you pretty much auto lose. Well, all we need now is a purple into almost anything. Even if we lose our turn, doesn't even matter at this point. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We'll go for that. He's going to get the kill, though. And we get the Inferno King revive to not lose off of. Amazing. This team was supposed to clear it out easily, but apparently not so much. Thank you, Smith, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. But yeah, I like how when something revives and it's already dead, something's already dead in first slot, it goes right up to front. So you basically get to reshuffle your team and use it as a frontline tank. That's actually pretty convenient because as you can see right now, it's tanking for our Mercy. Though it doesn't look like we're really going to be able to get much from our Mercy. I could go throw this. We're going to freeze ourselves, but it's going to put more yellow on the board. But then again, it denies out our purple though. But did that really help us much? Not really. Oh, but it did heal us to make sure we don't die, so I guess that works. Though having a Mercy isn't really particularly helpful. Though, then again, it might be, because we might need it to kill. All we need is one skull and we win, because of burn. That or one cast. You've got to be kidding me. He could win. We'll go throw that down. It came very close, but as match. Has way more than enough damage. Oh yeah, Soul Zara. I still only have one copy of her too. She came in a really weird time, so no one was really able to get her. Also, I don't believe the Garnock Kingdom has come since her release. And that would be the easiest way to get her off, would be off of event keys. So yeah, quite a few people probably still don't have her. She's not particularly good. She is early game soul gainer at least. But yeah, Soul Zara. I don't know, I normally don't really bother with her. We ended up getting 2 more copies of her apparently from all of the keys that we were opening earlier. Still need another 3 of course to actually mythic her. But yeah, she's really weird in that she does triple damage based on, and triple souls as well, based on if the enemy has more HP. She's pretty good against Later and Aerial as well as any team, of course, that's like spamming HP. Really weird trip to use, but she can be similar to a Farish Ra in that she does have one-shot capability. Nowhere near that of a Farish Ra, but still pretty decent. Speaking of Farish Ra, I haven't used Farish Ra for a while. I believe I had it set up as one. Nope, not anymore. I have it set up as my Glitter Claw team. But we can go just replace it with a Farish Ra. And there we go. And we're good to go. It's not as strong as a Glitter Claw, but it gets souls. And that's the main thing that matters. We already have the Dragon Soul, so we don't need to worry about the soul gain. I always do that a lot when trying to make a Farish Ra team. I will like make a Farish Ra team. It's like, yes, this will be amazing. And then I accidentally forget the soul gaining troop. It's almost mandatory to use a secondary troop that also gains souls with the Farish Ra. Because his first hit does almost no damage if you don't have initial souls. So it's really important to have those if you're actually using him for damage in any means, by any means. So we'll do that. He'll get skull distracted. We'll explode all that. Doesn't even matter if Hero dies. That doesn't look like he will. Throw that down. See if we can get a Farish Ra here. No. Yes, we do have it. So we'll go throw that Farish Ra. Throw it on Famine because Famine. Get the Dragon Soul. That will kill. Get the World Breaker. That will do damage. And move that over. Come on, World Breaker. You're 1 mana short. Hopefully this will hit enough explosions. Oh, never mind. That's enough damage. We have 3 dragons because Hero counts as dragon. Nice. The Silent One team? What do you have to use? I'd probably use Gorgultha, Silent One, a damage source, and Mercy. The problem is you would need a really heavy damage source if you're only running one damage source for it. Also, let me run it against not Sion, because Sion cannot be silenced. But yeah, something along the lines of Gorgultha, Silence, Mercy, fully traded. Oh, come on, Silent. Also, if you don't have Mercy fully traded, or any of these troops really, you can go with a Herdmaster. A Silent One Herdmaster combo is okay. But yeah, and now you just need one huge damage source. What do you have? And we can put something there. But yeah, that's the team right there. It's Gorgultha, Silent One, a really huge damage source, and Mercy. Based on what we currently have, I would probably put an Infernus there, or a Ward Breaker, or some kind of other huge troop. Dragon Soul would also work if you happen to have one laying around. Wouldn't be that huge of a damage. You'd probably want something a little bit bigger than that, but if you don't have any other option, that technically would work. Silent One, normally I don't bother using in PvP. Maybe very occasionally in Guild Wars. It's a super slow troop, but it does give you wins. It's not really viable for PvP because it's so slow that it's not really going to do much for you. Yeah, that's pretty much what a Silent One team would be. I personally don't really advise using Silent One, though. It has no actual damage output, and it doesn't have any board control or anything. So you're basically wasting your entire turn just to get a disable. And it's normally too big of an investment to throw down just for one single disable like that. What would you use with a Kraken and you're level 46? Not sure if you have Green Seer, Giant Spider. But yes, Green Seer and or Giant Spider works really well with it. I know on my other account I ended up going like triple Kraken, Giant Spider. I'm pretty sure you don't have multiple though, which is pretty funny. I think at level like 60 something I actually got 3 of them fully traded. Got really lucky with it. But as far as just a normal team with it, you would definitely want something that would end up using blue, as well as something that could feed it, purple or green. Giant Spider covers both of those. If you don't have Giant Spider, Green Slime also does the exact same thing pretty much. I know for a short period of time I actually had Green Slime on my other account, but not Giant Spider, so I ended up using that alternative instead. But yeah, basically just a Giant Spider into Kraken is all you really need. The rest of your team is just support. You could probably maybe put one other damage source, maybe a blue damage source of some kind, just to kind of absorb the excess blue, and just one other troop that helps to cover the rest of the colors. Maybe like a Goblin Rocket or something, just for simple board control. Very cheap, very effective, and you only need its first trait to fully utilize it. Okay, I'm waiting for a cleanse. Oh, never mind, we just cleansed. We're waiting for a cleanse that just happened. We'll go throw that down, get us the full mana, and start spamming World Breaker. He did not just do that. We just lost. Really? Really? We lost. It's over. Rip. Oh, I hate Nyx so much. That is one of the most annoying troops in the game. Even though we have Florian, which is almost the exact same thing, Nyx I do find to be a bit better. Okay, are we gonna have to mirror this guy? Or it's a partial mirror. It's not a natural mirror though. I'll go do it. He could still win though. It's whoever gets first freeze when we're mirroring him who wins. And even then, it could still be anyone's game. Yeah, we'll go do this. I don't normally use the Dawnbringer version. I know the team that we're using right now covers a lot of the exact same color. The reason I normally don't throw the Dawnbringer version is because if this gets looping, it has a lot higher of effect than the Dawnbringer team. Though, probably under AI control, it is probably better keeping it like that. I never actually tested the difference in a Guild Wars. Maybe I should go do that. I just always felt like the AI would not loop enough, but no, the AI does do that perfectly fine with the Dawnbringer and everything. We already know from many trials and errors of facing it that it works perfectly fine with how he currently has it set up. Okay, we're not frozen on blue, surprisingly, so we'll go do that, get a free turn on that too. And we are frozen on green, however, but I am going to go for it. That gives our mana back. He's frozen too, so it doesn't matter as much. Go get this down. We're not frozen on blue, so we can go for it. Also, you don't get frozen on blue as much either if you have this. You get frozen on green more, so you have an even amount of freeze. Whereas with Dawnbringer, you have a really heavy blue freeze chance. which is bad for your Nyx loop, because that means it will no longer be able to loop anymore if it gets frozen, like how he is right now. Okay. The only slight issue with this team, though, is we don't use red and we don't use yellow, which gets in the way slightly, but that's not normally too big a deal. There, he's going to double green, so we're just going to take some green. And he does nothing, of course. We're still frozen on green ourselves, so I just kind of need to keep passing my turns. Go for that, get a Kraken down, go from there. Alright, we'll go through that. Get some damage. Don't really have a good drain. We're still frozen on green, still going for it, though. We'll get that. Throw a Kraken, throw a Queen Mab, dead. Yep, or Devour, that works too. And down it goes. Sweet! That's all we needed. Gorgotha, Creeping Death, Silent Ones, KrissTigger. Yes, that would work perfectly fine. You wouldn't get a super quick Silent One, though, but it would still be fine. Normally, when I play Silent One, I do like going for quick Silent One. The main reason for this is if you're going to be using Silent One, you might as well get the stronger value out of it. If he silences too late, you don't really get much... oops. There it is. You don't really get much value out of it. Creeping Death, Silent One. Silent Knights, nope. Silent 1, and then just put a KrissTigger in there. There we go, all good. What color are we missing? We're missing red, so we can go Frozen Banner. Sounds perfectly fine. That'd be quite a bit slower on the Gorgotha, but we would get, like I mentioned, the super quick Silent One, because we have +3 blue right now, 1 off itself and 2 off the banner that we just set. As well as a +1 purple, which will go towards our hero class, since we're not specifically using the correct hero class at the moment. Normally you would use like a sorcerer or something if you were going to throw down a Creeping Death. It's one of the things that sorcerer class is still used for these days, is with the Creeping Death weapon. It's a little bit of a waste to get it just for that, but I believe it is still the best thing to throw with Creeping Death if you were to throw it hero class wise. Don't think anything else is really better, because the only other option you'd have is the Death Knight class, and that doesn't really help much. So we're gonna move that over. Get our yellow, get our Gorgotha, get everything. He's using that Great Maul team that we're actually just using earlier. This is a classic. That's from like almost 2 years ago. It was really popular when it first came out. It still is pretty good. The team has almost really had no changes to it for the most part, other than Great Maul being a bit weaker now these days. But other than that, everything else on the team has pretty much been the same. I guess Chakra got changed a little bit too. But Inferno King and Mercy has never been touched. Yeah, this came out when the Inferno King came out, when Inferno King and Glacial Peaks both came out simultaneously. Pretty fun. Though it wasn't really used as much because Queen Mab was way overpowered compared to it at the time. Queen Mab only needed, as well as everything in the game, only needed 10 of its color to gain an extra turn. So everything right now, you'll notice they'll have a condition of 13 or more gems. At one point, it was only 10 or more gems. And that was ridiculously easy to loop, and things like Queen Mab were really able to utilize that well. I wonder if they ever will change that to make multiple different kinds of it. Because they used to have it on 10 turns, and some of them were actually balanced on 10 turns. Whereas some, now that it got moved to 13 turns, are kind of useless. The 13 turn condition. Actually, quite a few things that had the 13 turn, or the 13 gem condition, were pretty bad now. Let me see, what was the thing I was just about to mention? There's one troop, or one condition that was really bad. Oh yeah, Merid. Merid, basically everything that used to have a 10 that was actually pretty fine with 10 that then got moved to 13, they pretty much could just give it a 100% chance. And Merid actually did receive that. Merid at one point was I think he needed 13 green on the board or something in order to get his random stats effect. And even if he had a 100% chance of doing his stats effect, he would still be unusable. Case in point, he has 100% now because they changed it to it, and he's still dead content. No one ever uses them. But yeah, a lot of the troops that do have the 13 gem requirement, they could just give it a 100% chance and it wouldn't matter too much. There are a few of them that do need the 13. For example, Direwolf. Let's see, Direwolf, Queen Mab, and probably a few others. I guess Dawnbringer and whatever other few ones. But there are several others that are so ridiculously weak that have it that they could easily just remove it and be fine. So we can move that down. Take our explosion, throw the creeping death, get our KrissTigger, go from there. Yeah, creeping death, still a really nice weapon, but it's by no means the best weapon anymore compared to what it used to be when Deathmark was insane. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Double Deathmark kill. The days when you used to be able to completely kill out an entire team with Deathmarks effortlessly. You still technically can, like we just did, though it now has a 1-turn delay, which makes it very hard to do most of the time. It's better than the 2-turn delay that it used to have, but still 1-turn delay, still really annoying. Also, because it has a 1-turn delay, if you reapply a Deathmark to a Deathmarked enemy, it'll also reapply the 1-turn delay, which is really, really weak. It's almost useless because of that. Yeah, that's the main benefit you really get from that weapon, compared to a Dawnbringer or something else, is those Deathmark chances. The chance that you just instantly get a kill. Very rarely will they occur, but when they do, it's very helpful, of course, obviously. Just instantly killing out a troop or two. Yeah, Creeping Death is still among one of the best weapons. Actually, out of every really easy-to-obtain weapon, I believe it's the strongest easy-to-obtain weapon. Other than that, that would also be War and Peace, would be the other really strong, easy-to-obtain weapon. Later in the game, that's not particularly good, but early on, you can get it at 1/3 the speed it takes to get a Creeping Death. So it is a really efficient early game, quick AoE weapon. I don't believe I've gotten it on my other account yet, but next patch, when hero class is going to be so much better, it's probably going to be a really nice pickup for newer players to go for. And I'll probably make sure to mention it in any videos I do at that time when that's oriented towards newer players. Because War and Peace is a really, really solid weapon for early game shenanigans. It's a solid AoE weapon, plus you get an attack buff on it. It's only a 2 attack buff, but hey, 2 is, when you're early on in the game, 2 is a pretty big number, actually. Get a couple of those and you're pretty much, not necessarily one-shotting, but you're definitely closing the gap of being able to take X amount of skulls. Because normally when you're using an attack buff in this game, you want to make sure you're using it specifically to reduce the amount of turns you need to take skulls on. So normally you won't be seeing it as much in late game, because the amount of attack buffs you really need to do to reduce down the amount of times you would need to take skulls is a lot. So you don't really bother with attack buffs in most situations. But early on in the game, you can get away with it, because since you're dealing with much smaller numbers, you need a lot smaller of a attack gain to be able to need less skulls. And what I basically mean by that is, like right here, on the Ang right here, we have 25 attack. So to be able to kill it, we would need, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We would end up needing 4 skulls. But in order to be able to go and reduce the amount of skulls we would need whatever its full durability is divided by 3. So we would normally need 4 skulls right now. If we go into that, that would be 26 plus 62 equals divided by 3. We would need, actually, you know what? That's still not too bad. To close the gap on her, we would end up needing a attack increase of only 4. To be able to close that gap. Actually 5, because you would need to overkill it. So yes, you would need a 5 attack buff. So you know what, that actually isn't too bad. But in the early game, a 2 attack buff normally closes that gap that you need. As you see, that 5 number is pretty small. But in early game, a 2 attack buff that the War and Peace does normally closes the gap between needing 1 skull and not needing 1 skull. So it's pretty helpful for that purpose. It doesn't seem like much, but 1 whole skull can save a lot of time. Okay, we'll go for that. And that's a match. Or almost 1 more poke will do it. Let's see. Yeah, Orb Weaver is easily the most annoying hero class. It's by no means the strongest hero class, but has a 50% chance to summon a spider or giant spider every single time it takes damage. If it is poisoned, it has a 50% chance per turn to summon a giant spider, which is absolutely insane. And pretty funny as well. We'll go move that. Throw down a Hellcat here. Oh, did I say 50%? I meant 25%. It's 50% chance that it takes damage, but then it's a 25% into a... I mean, it's a 50 into a 50, because it has a 50% chance to summon it, and it has a 50% chance to be poisoned by it. Alright, we'll go with that. Throw that down. Take the skull poke. Throw the poke. The poke. We'll go for the poke. And just get that down. Maybe Hellcat kill that. Unfortunately, we can't specifically target it. And we do have alignment, so I will go for that. Do it on reds there. And don't have to convert, but we just go simply keep hitting it. Oh, he has one of his own. He's actually going to get it off, too. So you can play at that game. It's the battle of the Yagwes. And we'll try it for the skull. And I actually got it. Amazing. Pure luck. Yeah, Orbweaver has Mana Shield. It's assuming they don't switch the elf class, which they probably should, because they're going to be going against their own standard. They said that all elves next patch are going to have immune to mana drain. So I assume they're still going to be doing that. The question is, will they actually do this to the archer? Will they remember? Because archer is a elf. And with how they're changing hero classes next patch, all hero classes will constantly be have all these perks. So that means this will be an elf. So will they replace Nature Heart with a Mana Shield like trait? And if not, will they replace Fast with it? If they replace Fast, that'll actually be a nerf to this hero class, not a buff. But if they do replace out Nature Heart, Archer instantly became the best hero class in the game. If they give immune to mana drain, fast, and bullseye, easily well, maybe not easily, but it definitely becomes a lot more viable. It's already the most well-rounded hero class in the game, even at its current state, but it's going to be even more so if that becomes Mana Shield right there. It would also become the best first trait on any hero class, if that did become the case. But if that doesn't happen, yes, Orbweaver would be the only hero class with immune to mana drain, starting next patch. That's the only really good aspect of it. The familiar aspect of the giant spider summon, I guess you could use that as a backup plan, but more often than not, you're really not using it. Though that is particularly funny when using a purple hero weapon. You don't actually gain the extra magic based on a purple hero weapon, you gain it based on green. But if you happen to do it with a purple hero weapon, you can just have a giant spider feed right into your hero, and you can win just with your hero. You can get 3 giant spider summons and then just keep using your giant spiders into your purple weapons hero. It's pretty funny. It's not really that viable. It's actually a really slow hero class, but it's a really safe hero class, especially next patch when it has immune to mana drain. But yes, assuming they don't touch the other hero class, it'll be, or if they don't touch Archer, then the Orbweaver will be the only hero class that has immune to mana drain, which will be pretty convenient. Okay, we'll go through that down. Should be able to get a convert here, hopefully. No. I want to not do this on purple, so I guess we gotta waste it on yellow. And then we throw that down. There's full mana for sure. We'll move that over. Take skull. And now we can hit both of them simultaneously. Perfect. Move that over. Poke. And now we just keep throwing everything at it. Alright, throw that down. Extra turn except we're frozen, so no extra turn. And poke it again, and that's a match. There we go. Overkill. Let's see. If Archer gets all of that, it will be so overly used. I hope they do that, though, because it wouldn't make sense if they give it to every elf in the game, but then don't do it to the hero class. That wouldn't make any sense. Though the only issue is, like I mentioned, I really hope they don't get rid of Fast. That will completely change how you use this hero class. And while it still might be usable, because of course gaining mana drain is still really huge, the removal of Fast trait would, I don't know, that would be a pretty big hit to it. It's currently the only hero class where you can very easily get it to 50% mana. There are other hero classes that do that, and I guess technically starting next patch, Archer technically gets nerfed. So if they don't do that, I guess that would be, it would leave Archer slightly unusable. Because one thing that makes Archer nice right now, due to how perks work, is, oh, that's weird. It doesn't show the +4 attacking or +2 magic. Did anyone else notice that yet on any of these? That's weird. Wait, 1 second. That's weird. They don't show what they do anymore. That must be in preparation for next patch that they accidentally had it like that. Anyways, what was I just saying? Archer. It's the only hero class where you can go and easily set one of these other perks. But starting next patch, all these perks are going to be active. So right now we could go set to like magic or attack or something. But all the other troops that need to go and get half mana, since they're all based on some kind of condition, like for example Titan, they can't set any of their other traits, their perks. But starting next patch, all of them are always active, so Archer becomes weaker. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't notice this. Did any of you guys notice that they don't say HP here anymore, or attack, or all that kind of stuff? That's a weird glitch. Okay, hopefully that'll be fixed next patch. That will be even more broken next patch, because they're doing a change to it. We'll have to see. Yes, Titan and Merchant can start with half mana, like I just mentioned, but they can't. They are conditioned at this moment to have to use their typing. They will not gain half mana if they're not the typing. The Mechanist class has to be set as a mech, and the Titan class has to be set as a giant. If they're not, they don't get it. Archer class is the only class that starts with half mana that gets to use any of its perks. But starting next patch, that becomes irrelevant, though. But at this current moment in time, that's one really nice benefit that Archer has compared to every other hero class, which it will no longer have next patch. Okay, not because they're removing it, but because everything else is automatically gaining everything, including itself, which technically devalues it some. Alright, we'll go for that. But it had a pretty long run, though. Archer class has been the most well-balanced class for a while now, and it still kind of will be. It's just, there's so many other options for hero classes now that there really isn't much of a point. Out of the first batch of hero classes that ever came out, that and Sorcerer were easily by far the strongest two. Alchemist. Can we get anything good out of you? I'm trying to do this for alignment. I think we can get it. Nope. That's optimistic, but we didn't get it. Actually, you know what? We can. We could go do that. Yes, we did get it. Never mind. Go throw that down. And what else do we need to move around? Not much. I guess we'll just go keep poking him. Poke. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I need to not use this team against Humilities. Every single time we take a red, we feed him a huge amount of life. I mean, armor and magic. Every single time we do that. Alright, we'll go do this on the... Now we can, because we killed them all. And now all we have to do is double cast, and that's match. Oh no, he killed some. You can actually win if you... Well. Okay. Well, that was a lot of damage, but it won't matter. We can just throw that down again, and down it goes. Hello, Grant! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the perk change, too. It should finally make more of the hero classes viable. It'll be nice to finally see more hero classes being used. What I'm really looking forward to is when they said they're finally going to be able to make it so hero classes can be set per team instead of just one hero class for everything. But yes, eventually, similar to how you choose a banner, you'll be able to choose a hero class for your team. That's currently not possible. You have to just set with one hero class, and you have to pay gems if you want to change it more than once every day. But eventually they will be making it not only free to infinitely change all of your hero classes, but also you'd be able to set it per team, which makes it so every single one of your teams could be using a different one based on what you want to run with it. And that's also relevant for another reason. Even if you aren't using it specifically with a hero on it, even if you don't have any hero, you still use it for hero mastery. So it still has that going towards it. Hero mastery is pretty irrelevant later in the game because how it has a diminishing return. It has almost no effect this late in the game. I think I gained like a decimal of a % chance of extra surge chance. But hey, that's still a slight difference. You never know. That's 0.1%, if even that high, could make a difference on some battles. If you desperately need that surge and it causes you to get that surge, then it helped you win, technically. And you never know. Okay, we'll throw the Hellcat down. Okay. We'll go and, oh, what do I even need here? I guess we'll go throw the Alchemist down. Get that down. See if we have alignment. Doesn't look like it. Move that, move that. Still no alignment. Still no alignment. Please. Why? No. Okay, we'll just throw this down, I guess. We'll put that down. Get a Hellcat, put another one down. Don't keep summoning. He summons the best tank, too. Keep lowering its HP. Throw that down. Throw that down again. Got an Alchemist in here somewheres. Get a Hellcat in here somewheres. Do I have alignment? No. We'll throw that down. And down it goes with our HP boost ratio. Is the Shocktopus any good? It's kind of average. I feel like an early game would have quite a bit more potential. Because there's a lot of true damage teams where it fits. There's normally a hole in most true damage early game teams where it fits pretty well. It is an epic rarity, so it's a little bit hard to obtain, but everyone got a free copy a couple days ago. That reminds me, I need to go claim my free copy on my other account. I need to make sure I do that by the end of the day. But, yeah, basically just in some early game true damage teams. Later on in the game, I probably wouldn't really bother with it. You used 18 summoning stones and didn't get one? You should have got one for free earlier. They ended up giving one out through mail. If you didn't get one, definitely go double check that. Yeah, go check your mail. You should have gotten one for free. Everyone got one for free. Yeah, you should have gotten one. That's weird if you didn't end up getting one. But yeah, go contact support if you didn't. Unless you're on console. Maybe console didn't get it? Pretty sure every platform did, though. But yeah, you should have it under your troops or under your mail. Maybe when you claimed all your mail. But you should have one. Anyways, let me go give out another redeem code. Because we'll be ending out the stream soon. I need to go eat. Still haven't had anything yet. I'm actually starving right now. Maybe we'll go get like a quick bag of chips. Hate eating on stream, but we'll go grab something real quick. There we go. Sun chips. The backup food. The backup food reserve for when I'm too lazy to go cook anything. I have like a whole setup over here of various quick foods. It's pretty bad because whenever I get the munchies at night, I keep eating them. And yeah, that's definitely not helping me lose weight. That is for sure. Okay, let me go do the redeem code. 1 second. Trying to untie this from the mic. There we go, got it back. Clean these off. And let's go give out that redeem code. This will be the last one for today. Next one will be most likely on Monday. If I can go find where they are. Let me go copy it, make sure I mark it so I know I used it. Put that right there. Copy the entire thing, save it. I got another mail. Oh, that was the person who I thought would contact me earlier. Let's see. And let's see, where did the thingy go? 1 second. Here it is. Let me go copy paste that right there. Boom. Copy paste that right there. Make sure it works so we can go right into it. We'll click redeem. And success. Okay. And let me go put that below me. Here's the new code, everyone, for anyone interested in using it on PC and mobile. You can go claim that for free resources. Let's see, move that right there. Centered, kind of good enough. There we go. Click save. Boom. Move that right there. And sweet. Okay, so let me go copy paste that into chat. And that code should be working. I just claimed it myself, so it should be perfectly fine. There you guys go. There is the redeem code for any of you that want to use it. Works on PC, mobile. Console, you guys have daily tasks instead, which basically are your guys' redeem codes. at this current moment in time. And that gives the normal reward of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Oh yeah, the invite code can be found underneath settings, underneath the settings. Whatever your game says right there underneath invite code is what you put in. Don't put in mine, put in whatever your game says there. And the redeem code, of course, is what is below, as well as in chat. And for anyone want to go claim that. And let's see what we get from the gem key. Anything good? Probably not. Let's see. A runic! I actually don't mind. I actually prefer getting a random runic trait stone than a random ultra rare. The random runic is more useful to me. Hey, another monkey disciple. The only rare we get, and it's the one we actually need. Perfect. We still need 1 billion more copies of them, though. I think we only have them at, like, what? Not even Legends, I don't think. Let me see. Never mind, we do have him at Legend. How far does he have to go? Probably a while. Yeah, we still need another 30 copies of him before he's going to reach that. Anyways. If any of you guys still have any other questions or team builds or anything else you guys want me to mess around with, let me know. I'll definitely make sure to do so. Speaking of which, you should consider what to prepare for lunch. You suspect it will be a sandwich of some kind. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm probably just going to... I might just head out for lunch, actually. Because I need to go grocery shopping anyway, so... while I'm out, I might just go grab something somewheres. I'll probably do it beforehand, though. It is... throat. It's down in my throat now. Like a little crumb of the thing. I need to make sure I eat before I go food shopping, though. Never, ever, ever, ever go food shopping hungry. I do it sometimes. It's the worst idea ever. I'll spend like twice as much as I ever anticipated spending. Getting so many things I probably didn't even need to really get. Because when you're hungry, it's like, okay, well, let me go get a bunch of food that I might want now, and then you just way overbuy. I'm normally pretty good about not wasting food, though. But it's definitely really easy to overbuy if you're shopping while hungry. That is for sure. Okay, we'll throw down the Alchemist. Get down on blue. See if we can get a Hellcat down here. Throw it on the brown there. What do we even need to move? Move that over. Get the Cascades. And is that worth it? It's an extra turn, actually. Right? Yeah, that's an extra turn. So go grab that. And wait, could we have... Oops, I wasn't even paying attention. Did we have red to purple alignment there and I didn't even take it? Probably. Not that big a deal, though. We'll take a skull poke there. And now we just double cast and that's match. Or almost match. The Mercy's gonna live. Just barely. And that's the final blow. Down it goes. Hello, Maximuse! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the AI uses a lot of really weird... it doesn't use things very effectively, that is for sure. There's a lot of teams it messes up a lot. The 2 teams I've found to be the ones that it doesn't really mess up too often is the triple goblin team with a siren and the that one weird Nyx team that we keep doing and seeing. This one. Where is it? This one. And sometimes people use Dawnbringer instead of Kraken as well. That team and the all-goblin team, where's the other one? I forget what day I even use it on these days, or what I have it named as. I think I have it named as something different than the day I even run it on. And this team. Both of which the AI uses pretty well. With that being said, oh, never mind. I was going to go throw it down. I probably shouldn't. He's using Queen Mab. Normally use those on days where Queen Mab will never be used, because Queen Mab will absolutely decimate it. Take that brown. He'll get an extra turn. Luckily, it all hits on first slot, so we can just cleanse it all off with Gorgolva. Perfect. Oh, well, now we have a bunch more freezes. We'll throw a Dawnbringer for now. Get a Mercy down. Can you please miss? Stop hitting everything. Okay, we'll get a Gorgolva here. Get another damage down. Maybe another barrier so we don't die. Would be great. And let me throw in Furnace first in case he goes crazy here. And now we can go for that. And can't get a Mercy, so we can just throw a Gorgolfa into the Infernus, and that's match. What would be a good 4th troop if you only have Alchemist, Hellcat, and 1 Yagway? Let's see. What level are you? Like, what do you have as options? I'm thinking Lava Elemental, just for a single explosion hit. You can use Goblin Rocket for board control. Actually, you know what? Let's go down the Goblin Rocket route. Actually, I haven't tested that yet. That's actually a good idea. I have not tested that yet. So let me go do that real quick. I didn't think about that. Super budget with him. Alchemist. Hellcat, obviously. And Goblin Rocket. Pretty standard triple team. But then we throw the new guy with it. Oh, I keep forgetting his name. Yale? I'll get it right eventually. There it is. There we go. Yeah, it feels that green void that this team has. It's still missing some color, obviously. But for the most part, let's see. What are we missing? Just green? Yeah, I think we're just... No, not green. Blue, I meant. Blue's the only thing we're missing. What's the really good minus blue banner? Or is there one for this team? Did I always just run it with the... Yeah, I don't think the blue banner has red for whatever reason, the minus blue. Where'd it go? Where's the minus blue? It's that one that looks like puke. Yeah, there it is. They need a good blue banner that has red in it. It doesn't make any sense that there's no minus blue banner without red, or with red in it. Like the minus red banner having blue, like that makes sense. But there should also be a banner that has -1 blue, +2 red, +1 some other color. But it doesn't exist, unfortunately, at least not at this moment in time. And there's the other blue too from the previous kingdom, but that doesn't really work with this team. So we're just gonna roll double yellow. It looks like there's only one we really need at this point, so we'll go through that in there. And let's get the loop going. We already have +1 red off of the actually +2 red, one off of Alchemist, one off of Goblin Rocket, and now we just get the loop and then go crazy from there. I've always been a huge fan of this team. It's a little bit towards the slower side, but it's really consistent wins. And it's pretty budget as well. Alchemist, you only need 2 traits, it's a rare. Hellcat, you need 0 traits, and it's a little bit hard to get sometimes, but it's an epic. You don't need any traits on it, though. And Goblin Rocket, you only need 1st trait, and it's ultra rare. And whatever you put in last slot is whatever. I've never actually tried it with this troop, so we'll see exactly what happens here. Should work out pretty well, because we have a lot of board control to set up alignments. Fortunately, we don't really have much board to set alignments on. So we'll just keep converting things. Let me just throw a... should I toss it away? No, I'm going to go for the convert here instead. So we'll do that. This might actually be insanely overpowered. I have no clue how I haven't done this yet. Let's see. Yeah, this is insane. Okay, I found my new favorite Yagway team. Or whatever his name is. Yeah, this is how you do it. You don't even need expensive troops. You just do this, and you win. And come on, extra turn. Actually, it doesn't even matter if we get extra turn alignment. I could throw wherever at this point, and it just dies. And down it goes. Yep, there we go. That's the way you do it. It just doesn't work against freeze, obviously. But almost every team like this doesn't work against freeze. Oh, let's try it. We're up against freeze. If we get started quick enough, we'll be fine against freeze. The problem is if we get frozen, we are pretty much dead. So we have to be really careful in getting full mana that we don't accidentally get frozen. Okay, he just drained. Oh, no, he didn't drain anything. Oh, wow, we actually got it all on Alchemist and none on him somehow. Okay. That's convenient for us. Unfortunately, I don't have any way to get to full mana right now. We'll move that over. Still don't have that convert. Oh, yeah, we do. We have it on green. Not that much mana, but it should be enough. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, we'll have to take a red or brown here. I guess we'll... Oh! I can't take either. I can't take any of that, so we'll take this. Oh, there we go. Nice. We got it off the cascade. And now we should be able to get rolling. So we'll go throw that down. And, okay. Move that one up. See what else we can get here. Move that over. Yeah, it's not particularly quick still, though. It's really strong, but not quick. Too bad it's not pure color. Let's see, what's it missing to be pure color? It would have to get rid of Hellcat, which is kind of the core troop that's making this team work. So yeah, that kind of can't be used on a pure color day. It can be used on a triple color day, and get away with that. Alright, we'll try it right there. Oops, not what, the exact location I meant to do it on. I meant to do it one higher. That was going to miss regardless, though, based on that cascade. Okay, can I drop anything into... Oh, never mind, we don't even need to drop it yet. We got it right there. Probably should have threw Goblin Rocket away, but not that big a deal. Can move that over. Try getting his ability back up so we can redo his alignment. Clear out the board right here just so we can get the alignment back on. Where's all the purples? Come on. We need more purple on the board. Else we're not going to be able to get it down. We can be throwing the Goblin Rocket every single time if we want to toss it. I'm mainly just trying to get his alignment, though. I'm not paying too much attention to the Goblin Rocket this time around. Oops. I did that wrong. That actually doesn't get aligned. No. If I do it right there, it's going to be... it's going to chip away to 1, and it's not going to be alignment anymore. Okay, we're just going to do that right there, then. It's not alignment. We would get some value out of it, though. I don't think it's worth going for, though. So go do that. Maybe get one more Alchemist down. Get a really huge one somewheres, and just kind of clear out the board. Doesn't even matter if we get rid of yellow at this point. Because we should be... Oh, come on. I was going to say we should be able to get the alignment on the thing. Actually, we can. We can just go lower it. So we can go do that right there. Lower it down. Oops. Didn't mean to do it like that. Actually should have done for the double. But it doesn't even matter at this point because that's enough damage to kill it out. And down it goes. That was really sloppy at the end there, but oh well. It did what it needed to do. That's the main thing that mattered. But yeah, it's really cool, actually. I never thought of putting a Goblin Rocket there. Or, you know, we've done Alchemist Hellcat Goblin Rocket a lot. I meant putting the Yalgway there. But yeah, if you needed a budget team for Yalgway, if you have all that, really, really effective, for sure. Let's see. Does anyone else have any other questions I might have missed? Could you not enter the entire redeem code in the website? Does anyone else have a problem with this? You might be trying to put it in the invite code section, because the invite code has a limit on it. Or, never mind, one of them has a limit on it. But if you did that, that probably... The other thing that could mean is you accidentally added a space to it. Maybe when you're copying it. I know when you copy things from YouTube, it adds sometimes a random space for no reason whatsoever. Make sure you backspace it or manually type it or put it into your the URL bar, then copy it from the URL bar. Basically, copy it from YouTube, copy it into your URL bar. Don't actually press enter or anything. Just copy it there, copy it again, and then do it. Because for whatever reason, copying within YouTube will sometimes leave a random space for no apparent reason. I have no clue why it does that. YouTube live chat does some really weird things. Links don't like to work. It adds random spaces sometimes, and I don't know, it's just really weird. Yeah, looking forward to the new patch too. Should be coming next week. They said most likely by the end of the month, and based on current spoiler threads, there is a really, really good chance we are getting the next patch next week. I'll make sure to try to cover the best teams video hopefully on Tuesday. Hopefully the patch won't be out by then. If not, I guess we'll just skip the best teams video for this version. Not that big a deal. Normally, for smaller versions, it's not that big a deal. For versions like, for example, next version, it's really important because so many things change. But, like the previous version, not too much was really even changed up. Actually, I can't even remember what even changed this patch, to be honest, because it was something pretty trivial. What even did change in 3.25? I can't, for the life of me, remember. It's obviously irrelevant enough that I can't remember whatever it was. Yeah, it wasn't anything too big. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for now. This isn't the end of us streaming today, though. Actually, we're going to be doing quite a bit more streaming today. I'm going to be back in about 2.5 more hours, and we're going to be doing Puzzle Quest. Going to be doing more towards that. I believe we're only about 2 or 3 more episodes of Puzzle Quest away until we've basically reached our main goal. We're probably going to come back to the account eventually again, too. But as far as basic 100% completion, as far as like all quests, all dialogue, all of the stones, trait stone things, we will have them all on Puzzle Quest by probably the end of next Saturday. Maybe one more Saturday after that. But other than that, we'll be back with that in 2.5 hours from now. And of course, we'll be back with Gems of War in 6 hours. So anyways, make sure to redeem the code. Anyone on PC and mobile, if you haven't already, should still be active. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you all later tonight if you're not catching the Puzzle Quest stream, or whenever I happen to see you again. Have a good weekend, everyone. Best of luck with the chest drops. Remember, do not open event keys now. Save your event keys for the 26th. That is when the new kingdoms will be within the event key drop pool. Right now, it's just the Great Maul, which so really no point in trying to open it. And best of luck if you do open any of the other keys, which would be Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests, if you're trying for any of the newer content. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for coming down, and goodbye, everyone.